Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up? Uh-oh, we're a little blurry. We're looking a little blurry here. Looking a little blurry here. Fix it. Somebody fix it. While we looking blurry, we was just fine. What are we doing here? Somebody fix it. How we get blurry, y'all? I'm sorry. What's happening? Oh, no. How we blurry, baby? Oh, something got to change. Anyway, I'm going to rock with this for a quick second. I don't know why it's blurry. It's the first. But I tell you, boy, life is rough right now. Let me go out and come back on. There we go. I don't know what that was, man. We back into it. I don't know if it was stuck, but anyway, we rocking and rolling. I know it looks good right now. So we're gonna get this thing rocking, man. Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Prime Time Talk on the Coach Me Coach podcast. Maybe I'm throwing off a little bit. Maybe I am an outcast, because as an outcast, wasn't one of the harm. Anyway, I'll get that back. I'll get back to that. But anyway, I'm glad we're back in the building. We're looking good. We're feeling good. We're ready to rock and roll. The Colorado Buffaloes will be taking on the Utah Utes this Saturday at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. That's a little late for them East Coasters, but if you're a real Colorado Buffalo fan, like people say they are, they'll stay up and watch it. Also, Coach Prime held a transfer portal scrimmage. That's something we got to talk about as well. For all the guys out there that he said that may be jumping in the transfer portal, he want to give them opportunity to get some tape so they can move on to their new destination if that's what they choose to do. I'll go ahead and start off with that and say, very interesting. It's been called innovative so far as having this transfer portal scrimmage. It's been called cutting edge. Well, I'll say this. That's what Coach Prime wants to do, then he'll do it. I'm not sure how this necessarily helps the players from the transfer portal perspective, right? Because people in the transfer portal are not looking for third and fourth string guys. I hate to say that. So if you're a third string guy that's not playing, fourth string guy that's not playing, and you go in the transfer portal, you may not be making a lateral move. You may be going down, maybe going to a G5 to a D2, and that's okay as well. But again, I don't know what this transfer portal scrimmage does for the players. I don't know how it helps. But Coach Prime had it. He wants to be, it's all about the limelight, and it's all about the atmosphere and the cameras and all of that stuff, and that's what he's done. Again, if I'm a third string guy and I had a chance to look at a little bit of footage here prior to this, okay, I get it. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully some of these guys get picked up. But right now on a 3-4 team right now, if you're not playing on a 3-4 program right now, what's the odds of you being picked up in the transfer portal to play for another team? I don't know. I don't know. And I'll say this, maybe everything doesn't need to be televised, right? The revolution will not be televised, and maybe it does. I have no clue. But what I do know is that you put a light on a bunch of gentlemen that may be or maybe not be in the transfer portal. So now if they're in there playing in that scrimmage, they may not have been ones wanting to go in the transfer portal. But now they've been tagged as guys that want to transfer. Maybe that's Coach Prime's way of saying, I don't want you here anymore. Right? If you were deemed to be put into that game, maybe that's his way of indirectly saying it's time for you to part ways from the Colorado Buffaloes. I don't know. I don't know the reason or the rhyme or reason behind it, but it did happen. Outside Sports says, hey, those third string guys on other teams are starters on Colorado, and they like that. Yeah, yeah, I guess. I guess outsider. I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Put it in the chat, call in as well. We can open up the phone lines here in a second. Matter of fact, we'll build it because we can build up the queue right now. You're more than welcome to call on in 862-799-9956. Find it right here. Please feel free to call in right here, 862-799-9956. Let me go back to Colorado and now their opponent. They're playing the Utah Utes at Utah. And I will say Colorado came off a huge win against Iowa State, not last week because they were on a bye week, but the week prior to, the number 22 ranked Iowa State at the time, beat them 24-17. Can they build off of that? And the last show I did prior to this, and I'm actually going to make this a pregame show because I'll actually be in Miami for the Stanford game, and I won't have an opportunity to do a pregame show for Colorado nor a postgame. So I may do the postgame show on Sunday for Colorado. But what I will say is they needed the bye week for recovery. But I don't know if they needed the bye week for momentum. And that's a real question. They had very good momentum coming off this Iowa State. They played a TCU prior to that, 35-21. And sometimes bye weeks can play funny games. Bye weeks can either give you opportunity to heal and regroup, or sometimes they can put like a monkey wrench in what you're doing because it kills the momentum. So it'll be very interesting to see how Colorado comes out and plays against Utah, who is, I believe they're 5-2, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Utah is, yes, they are 5-2. And the only two losses is to BYU, which Colorado lost to, and a number 17 ranked Texas Tech. So they lost to a 17 ranked Texas Tech and a 15 ranked BYU. So the two losses that they have were to, highly ranked opponents, and Utah is not even ranked. So it'll be very interesting to see how this comes out. Caden Salter has been the man in the middle in regards to media conversations about the Colorado Buffaloes. How is he going to play? Is he going to play where he throws the ball around and make good plays? Is he going to throw interceptions? Is he going to hold on to the ball? Is he going to run? Is he not going to run? This team right now, in my opinion, is consistently inconsistent. And I think that's one of the major problems. Will they run the ball? Will they not run the ball? Can they run the ball? Are they allowed to run the ball? It just takes me back to that conversation they had. And I don't know if it was a press conference or preseason. I think it was a press conference where he said, what's the identity? And I think that's something that Colorado's missing right now. What is the identity of the team? If anybody like to put in the chat, please let me know. What is their identity? And don't be funny. Be for real. If they have one, if you feel like they have one, then say so. If you don't think so, then just say they don't have one. Because right now, when you watch a Colorado game, there's so many moving pieces and there's so many different things that's like you can't wrap your head around what's going on. It was the quarterback controversy early. Then they're going to run the ball. Then they don't run the ball. Then they throw the ball all over the yard. Then Caden Salter runs the ball. It's just it's a lot of hit and miss right now. And so I'll be very interested to see how they finish out these last, what do they have, 5 games left? 5 games. It'll be very interesting to find out these last 5 games that they have going forward. After they play Utah, they play Arizona. A lot of people had Arizona not being that good. I don't think they're a very good team, but I think they can contend with Colorado. West Virginia is just god-awful. This should definitely be a win for Colorado. Arizona State, ooh-wee, ranked number 24. And Arizona State coming in, shout out to Coach Dillingham, they actually beat a Texas Tech that was ranked number 7th at the time, right? They were top, and they got beat by Arizona State. Excuse me. And Arizona State put up 42 points against Utah, 42-10. So, I'm sorry, they lost to Utah, 42-10. But I think Arizona State definitely takes that W as well. Now, they finish off with Kansas State. I don't know what Kansas State is. They kind of all over the place as well, but they're going to play at Kansas State. We'll see how that happens. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But they got a tough sled ahead of them, I have to be honest. And I don't know if they'll walk out of this thing bowl eligible or not. Hopefully they will. Miss Peggy get a chance to go to another bowl game, and that'll be great for her. So, like I said, with all that being said, 862-799-9956 is the phone number. It's right here on the screen. Please feel free to call in. Also, if you're currently watching right now, some of you guys may be Miami fans or other fans or whatever, but in tomorrow's show, I will be giving away 2 tickets to the Stanford game. All you have to do is 2 requirements. Be a subscriber and be present. That's it. Be a subscriber and be present, and you have opportunity to win 2 tickets to the game. So if you're interested in that, please make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button, notification bell, so you're aware. We're going to be on tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for that as well. So like I said, I mean, that's pretty much what we got for the Buffs. I know Coach Prime, is going through this season tough. He had to have that blood clot surgery. I mean, that's rough. And shout out to my man V12 called in and said, I don't know if Coach Prime should continue to coach, right? This got nothing to do with wins or losses. We're talking about health. I mean, for the gentleman to be 56, 7, 8, somewhere in there, first you dealt with blood clots. Then you had removal of toes. Then you had the removal of your bladder and had to be reconstructed through your, I think, small intestines. That's a lot. And what you don't want is to throw a blood clot on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be very interesting also to find out what happens with Coach Prime at the end of the season. And, a lot of people didn't think he was going to be here this year because Shador left. Also, I need to put an APB out on somebody, all points bulletin. I'm looking for a young man named Little Bucket. Haven't seen him in a while. He made a bet with me. Shout out to Shador that he would start by week 7 against my beloved Miami Dolphins, who got their teeth kicked in. And he didn't. Hell, he didn't even play. And that's sad. A 31-6 victory, and the dude still can't get on the field. That's unfortunate. And again, I want to be clear. My bet wasn't against Shador. It was a bet that Cleveland Browns were going to Cleveland Brown. And with a win like that, next week, you're definitely not going to start a guy over a Dylan Gabriel who won 31-6. That's going to be tough. So, Lil Bucket, I don't know where you are, dog. And I'm really ashamed. And I'm saddened that you wouldn't show up, man, to pay your debt. Shout out to my man. Oh, the Longhorn lunatic as well. He lost his eyebrow, but he didn't show up either. Now, I did have an opportunity he reached out to me. Some personal stuff went on, but I still need that, my man. I love you. I love you, dog, but I got to have that. And with that being said, that would be my last wager when it comes to that, because unfortunately, I'm putting myself out here. And if I would have lost, I know Little Bucket would have shown up. If I would have lost, I know everybody who won my eyebrow would have shown up. So the only person I give a round of applause to is my man Big Tiger in the building. Shout out to him. He paid his debt and he shaved his eyebrow. Also, shout out to Tiger. He just had a little baby girl, man. Y'all clap it up for Big Tiger. There you go, Kenneth Tone. They writing checks that they can't cash. That's terrible. That's terrible, bro. That's terrible. Because if we were in the streets and they want their cash, guess what they'll be doing? They'll be looking for my ass. That's what they'll be happening. But I've officially retired myself as the king of the hill when it comes to this stuff. Because Coach Hayes never wrong, because I'm your favorite coach. Right? He don't say you thought a dude named Little Bucket was gonna stand on his word. Hey man, I give everybody a chance, but after that's it. Amanda, what's up? And I was on time, Amanda. How about that? I was on time. I saw you. Yeah, FIU, what a dumpster fire. I'm watching that program right now on TV. It's terrible. Say little Tiger having kids. What the? Hey man, I mean, shot up the club. He got a shorty out of it, man. He ready to go. Let's look at some of the stat leaders here. Let's wait for some folks to call in. Utah, very interesting. So Utah is a quarterback, I think, pretty decent, right? Dampier is thrown for 1,375 yards. He's also their leading rusher with 442. And that, again, poses a problem for Colorado. The losses they have is due to dual threat type quarterbacks, guys that throw and run. And with their quarterback being the number one rusher with 80 carries for 442 yards, their running back, 60 carries for 358 yards. And this guy throwing the ball, I think it's going to be very hard for Colorado to beat these guys because that has been their problem. That has been their Achilles heel when they play teams with quarterbacks. Haynes King, Georgia Tech, Connor Wegman, Houston, Bear Bachmeier, the quarterback at BYU. Who's the other loss they had? Let me pull it up here. And the TCU quarterback. Was it TCU? Yeah, TCU. It's been tough. It's been tough. And actually, I thought Iowa State, what's his name, Rocco Beck, was going to do some of the same, and he didn't. If he would have done some of the same, I think that game would have had a different outcome. So they're getting ready to meet another quarterback in Dampier that has that same kind of style of play. And that's where I think Colorado is weak. They're weak with the linebacker play, and they're weak kind of on the edges when it comes to those ends, okay? And they're going to have some issues. Now, I don't know what they'll do in regards to the receiver room because their DBs have been giving up the goods also. Their receiver Davis, 46 catches, 482, 3 touchdowns. And their tight end Bentley, 28 catches, 335 yards. And they haven't done well with tight ends either. So like I said, it'll be interesting. A big bucket. So look here, hey, you really about to put some respect on my son's name. Yeah, tell your son to show up and cut that eyebrow off, homeboy. So go get him out the back room. I know he in the closet shaking like booty meat. Get him up out of there. Go on and get that. Let me get that for you, man. Cut it out. Dimitri, what's up, man? I'm doing all right. Go Canes, beat the cut. Everybody got jokes. DC, what's up with you, baby? How you doing? Let me go a little love right here. Coach gonna be on time. Come on, man. I ain't always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Always on time. Sheldon says, I'm subscribed. Appreciate it. My camera's giving. I don't know what my camera did. That has never done it. Maybe it was autofocus or something. It was trying to get right. I thought the producer was going to check it out. Brother Jay Blaze in the building. What's up with you, baby? Let me see. Juan Manuel. Prime need to televise when he's in the. IMAX, what's up? Let me see. It's sure quiet out here in these Colorado streets, though. I want to say that. It sure is quiet out here. Rose Ken, what's up, man? How long it take for your eyebrows to grow back? I don't know. I ain't never lost one. I can't tell you how long it take for your eyebrows to grow back. Maybe I need to ask. I need to call Big Tiger and be like, hey, bro, how long it take for your eyebrow to grow back? I have no idea. Nor do I care because I ain't never lost one. And I ain't going to lose one now. And there you go. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Appreciate it as y'all come on through. It's so funny, man. And like I said, I'm like Walmart, man. If your product's selling off the shelf, we will keep selling it. If it ain't selling off the shelf, it's got to come off the shelf. This coach is Dampier playing. From my understanding, let me see what the line is on this. I think DC said it was 13.5. Let's see what the line is on this game. All right. The line is at 14 now. The line is at 14. I think that was DC that put 13.5. So the line is at 14 right now. Colorado is plus 14 right now on this game. And this is supposed to be the rumble in the Rockies. We're going to find out real quick. It ain't going to take too much longer, but we're going to definitely find out. No, I don't know. I believe he's playing. He should be. I haven't seen anything different. 13.5 Utah. I'm going to make a play on Colorado to cover. It's at 14 now. It'll be at 14 now. Reginald. Coach Hayes, will you be going? I guess would you be going game Saturday night? Yes, Miami game I'll be at Saturday night at Stanford. Yes. I don't think Utah's that good to beat CU by 2 touchdowns outright. That's a fair statement. But I think that 14 is right at that window, though, where it could be 17 or it could be 13, or 12, So I don't know. I think you'd be taking a chance either way. I wouldn't touch it because you don't know what Colorado's going to show up. Is it going to be the Colorado Buffaloes or the Colorado Buffalo? I think that's the biggest problem. Seth Marie said they were underdog last game too. The Bucs need to play a complete game. Yeah, I think Seth Marie, the difference is the quarterback play, how this quarterback plays. As we've seen, the losses that Colorado has had, the quarterback play has been the difference. How he plays, how he runs the ball, how he gets moving. And that's been a problem for Colorado's defense, right? So to your point, yes. But the losses that Colorado has is due to quarterbacks they're not part of the run game, right? And the 2 wins they had were Wyoming, which they should have won, and Delaware. In Iowa State, if Rocco Beck would have been a part of that running game heavy, that would have been huge right there. I'm trying to see if I can get the box score out of this. Yep. Let's see what Rocco Beck did. Yeah, rushing. Yeah, Rocco Beck had 7 carries for 31 yards. And their running back was doing a hellified job. So imagine with the guy Sama, imagine if you now, you zone read Sama and he pulls it a little bit more and a little bit more active rushing the ball. It would have been, I think it would have been a different type of game. So they had a bye week. We'll see what they do in regards to adjustments and everything else. And we'll have to find out, man. But I'll be interested to find out. 862-799-9956. Look here, I ain't gotta be on here a long time. I ain't here just to talk the talk. Get it out. If you got something to say it. If not, I totally get it. I'm here. It's crazy to see the decline in the Colorado Buffalo fan base, but maybe they just, somewhere else. Maybe they somewhere else. It don't matter. But what I do know, you better come to play. LNV in the building, Colorado Buffalo. The boy Colorado Buffalo. They're very in tune with their feelings out there in Boulder. I don't know what all that means. See you play. Wow. Will Coach Plum ever change his recruiting philosophy? I don't know. I hope so. Like I said, on a bye week, and I'm not here to harp on it, it's his program. Run it how you choose. On a bye week, majority of the coaches who had a bye week were out recruiting. Instead, we're doing transfer portal scrimmages. Like I say, hey, okay, if that's what you like, I love it. Everybody else in the country scouring the earth for the next talent. They're doing transfer portal scrimmages with cheerleaders and band. I know the band director's like, what you doing, man? Man, it's a bye week. I'm supposed to be chilling this week, man. I'm supposed to be on vacation. But, it is what it is. Hey, Jen, I saw that in the Discord, Jen. appreciate that. But make sure you put some respect on Outcast with that K right there, man. Huh? Put a K on that thing, man. What you talking about? Cross out that C and put a K. Matter of fact, Rob from Texas was last seen. Oh, God, I ain't even put that up. Beloved Sandworm. Come on, man. See. Anyway, where's Rob from Texas? He sure talks. Hello, coach. It's me, Rob from Texas. I ain't seen you since, Rob. Where you at? Where they at? Where they at? Where them real haters at? Where they at? Little Bucket, where you at? Well, them people that hate no coach, where y'all at, man? Y'all some real cowards. Mark Morgan. What up, coach? Buffs need to stack the line, stay base 4-3 with a zone blitz look, and make the dude throw. They can beat this team. Yeah, they could beat this team. Will they? I don't know. I hate to say this. The DBs have been so bad. I don't know. The DBs have been very bad. So I'm not really sure how this works. But the DBs have been really bad. And I think it's also a size differential there. You know what I mean? You can stack the box all you want. You can put as many players you want if that case. But when you're just getting pushed around, then you're getting pushed around. I think the linebacker play is atrocious. They don't play as a unit. They don't play together. But there's also a residual effect of the rotating door of the transfer portal. DC or Ginger, all I got to say is now I got my life back while all the time. Oh, man, in here macking on the. Got me up here reading this doggone game. Hey, DC say, I want to know who won the Portal Bowl. That's terrible. Oh, man, that's terrible. They should get a Beam Me Up Scotty trophy. You get it? The Portal. Beam Me Up Scotty. Star Trek. Yeah. All good. I knew my man was going to come through. I see you, Ohio player. I'm coming to you right now. Ohio player going to get this thing cooking right now. Chad, coach, I love to hear your thoughts on what we are seeing in college football this year. Some of the big money teams are getting exposed. Interesting point right there, Chad. Do me a favor. Elaborate a little bit. Give me an example of kind of what you mean. I definitely address it. Or you call in. We can talk about it. I still think you got some of the same top teams at the top of the ladder. Yeah, some guys may be getting exposed, but I don't know. It'll level out. We'll see. But give me an example of what you mean, and we'll go from there. Amanda. Hey, Ohio player. You know, I don't know if you're married or not, dog. But because I know you're the Ohio player, you don't let nothing stop you. I think Amanda got a little crush on you. She's been looking for you in the daylight with a flashlight. She was looking for you yesterday's show. She here today. Let them talk for 20 minutes. Ooh. Ohio player. Go on and play, my brother. Talk to him.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Coach Ace?
I'm good, brother. I appreciate you saving me, man. We was drowning a little bit. Well, I just got a quick question before you get started. Where in the world are all the Colorado people at, bro?
Well, they're just coming up a bye week, so hey,
Oh, is that what it is?
Coming up a bye week.
All right. My next question, because I'm gonna let you go, but what's your thoughts about the transfer portal scrimmage?
Well, I think I pretty much, Coach Prime, as he would say in his own words, is an unorthodox coach. He has his own style, as we all know. So there's something different. I think he invented this portal bowl or whatever we want to call it. And it's just to display people that want film out there so other colleges can be interested for the ones he don't keep, So of course, he's gonna keep some of them. Some of them, at least they got film on them because they're not playing during the season or in the game. So I guess that's one way of looking at it. I think it's pretty fair.
So let me ask you
Yes,
this.
me.
So let me ask, because you know the players extremely well. Who is in this transfer portal scrimmage? And second is, what do you think the likelihood, based on who they are, will be picked up out of this transfer portal to play elsewhere? And like, what kind of schools do you think will, like, if you could give me an example of one or two players that say, oh, player X could get picked up by Illinois, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving examples. What do you think?
Well, shoot. Heck, he had Juju Lewis playing quarterback on one team, so we all know he's gonna keep him. And some other players, and Farrakhan, he was playing in that game, so we all know they're gonna be kept. I guess, who knows, Jackson State, who he probably still got close taps with. Maybe interested in a few of the players. So number three, definitely 3 stars. And they're probably good for Division II, or it ain't necessarily gotta be D1 colleges. It could be Division II, NAIA, or HBCU, or Ivy League, or even Ivy League school. So
right. So my point is, this is really to showcase guys, because you don't see any of the guys that may not be playing now go to a school at the P4 level, or maybe some G5 levels. Is that what you're thinking?
Right. You don't necessarily got to be on the P5 or P4 level. It could be, like I said, HBCU, Ivy League, NAIA, Division II. So I think ain't the portal, as we all know, is universal with all the colleges.
Oh, sure it is. I was just wondering.
Yeah. So
because my thing was, I guess I was really at the beginning, I was questioning, like, so who does this serve? Like, who does this portal serve? Because I'll go back and say this, like, at the time I was at FIU, we used to do something very similar. We didn't call it, I guess, a portal scrimmage, but for players who did not play, like we had games on Saturday, we practiced Sunday, we were off Monday. So on Sunday, we would have a mini scrimmage for the players that didn't play. The third, very similar to what Coach Prime is doing. So when they call it innovative and things like that, again, maybe because I know behind the curtain, and a lot of casual fans may not understand this, or may not know that these things happen and exist already. It sounds innovating because Coach Prime has shined a light on it, but because he called it a transfer portal, I think it has a total different meaning. Like a transfer portal scrimmage, it has a total different meaning than what other schools use it for, because other schools do this as well, but they don't call it a transfer portal scrimmage. They just do scrimmages for guys that's, third string young guys, so they can still get moving, get some playing time instead of just practicing. They're actually in a kind of game setting. Now, they ain't bringing the band out there, and they ain't playing the game uniforms. However, this action still takes place across this country. So I'm going back to say, what do you think, or how do you think this benefits, like this scrimmage in the preseason, will benefit these players that are not going to get kept? Do you think a guy at Jackson State or Grambling or Southern or FAMU or whatever the case may be will look at this one scrimmage and say, "Oh, I like him, I'm gonna take him"?
Maybe, Coach Prime does have connections, as we know. So he does have connections, and like I said, it's some 2 and 3 stars, a lot of 2 and 3 stars playing. And we all know Coach Prime likes to hit that transfer portal hard. So, it depends on how this season goes. But if it's not to his liking, Coach Prime, he'll flip that transfer portal upside down. So, and he knows he probably won't have to get on the recruiting trail, especially on that defense. I was just thinking too, Coach Prime, is arguably the greatest NFL cornerback of all time, and arguably one of the greatest in college, or as he say, probably the best, college, defensive back too. I think he really needs to hit hard with the 5-star recruits, 4 or 5-star recruits on the cornerbacks and the safeties, and
you mean at the high school? Hold on, you mean at the high school level?
Yeah, the high school, yes. It's got high school, yeah.
Hold on now.
And
Wait a minute.
hold
up, Ohio player. Whoa.
I'm listening. You got to change the game up a little bit. Go ahead.
Hold on. Yeah. Cause when Coach brought up high school, and you correct me if I'm wrong, if my memory serves me correctly, y'all was like, and I think you were part of this now, and correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, you don't know what you're talking about. Coach Prime know what he's doing. Now you saying, am I right? Now you saying that he need to go to the high school to get some 5-star players?
Yeah, I mean, check this out, Coach.
So was I wrong? Was I wrong in what I said about?
No, you weren't wrong, and I ain't disagree with you. You know, I told you I ain't disagree with you on that. I ain't disagree on that point. I didn't disagree with you. You know, you need to hit it. You know, in certain key positions. It's more than filling up the gaps. It's certain key positions you need to, because it's definitely lacking on that defensive backfield. You know, I don't think even the most loyal Colorado Buffalo fan would disagree with you on that. Only thing I'm saying is this: Coach Prime has had 2, 5-star recruits, Travis Hunter and Jordan Seaton, and they both are the best at their positions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you won't even argue that. Travis Hunter, come on, you know, he was the best at both positions last year. Won the most awards in college football history. That speaks volumes. And Jordan Seaton, he's number 1, overall offensive tackle. You know, even you can't deny that.
I can't. I can't.
Okay, and like I said, Juju Lewis, we don't know, he's got potential, and what we all heard, he may be the one. So he hit a home run with Travis Hunter and Jordan Seaton. He may have hit another home run with Juju Lewis. I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, because I'm starting to see these wide receivers being looked at again. I'm like, okay, we are top heavy at the wide receiver position. So I think that's too much, too much of a good thing with wide receivers. You locked in solid with that. Now, this as well as I do. You got teams out there, Power 5 schools in the top 10, that got 5 stars too, and they want to play. And they know other 5 stars going to get recruited by teams like Ohio State, the Ohio State University, Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, Texas A&M, so forth and so on. Now they want to play, and but they also under no illusion that other 5 stars won't get recruited too, so they may want to play. And Coach Prime, especially on the defense side of the ball, who said Coach Prime can't pick up 5 stars from these other schools from players that want to play? Now, would you disagree with me on that?
Okay, here's my only question.
Mm-hmm.
You mean out of the transfer portal?
Yeah, at the transfer portal, exactly.
Okay, I'll say this initially. I don't disagree, but here's my follow up. Mm-hmm. Has he?
Well, if he hasn't, he needs to.
Okay. No. So my question is, in the 3 years he's been there, outside of, and again, I said this, everybody that Prime has targeted, he has. When I say he put his claws in them, he has gotten Travis Hunter,
right,
Jordan Seaton, Kamani McLean, right? It's okay they didn't work out, but they got Kamani McLean, Juju Lewis. And he's flipped everybody except a Jordan Seaton, who was never committed to a team. But all those other people were committed to a team. So my question, the question you asked me was, can he get those guys from other teams that are 5 stars that want to play, that may be sitting behind a guy that has 2 or 3 years? Can he?
Exactly.
Yes. The question is, has he? And that's what I'm asking you. Has he gotten those guys?
Well, I think he knows he needs to up his ante a little bit. Now, only person that this is what I know about, that was Deion Hayden. And he's, he was injured earlier the part of the season, but he's coming to his own now.
Okay.
Now, once he got him, I was excited about it because I know Deion Hayden can play, and he was like a 4-star recruit from Ohio State. He took it to the college football playoffs a couple of years ago, and they lost by 1 point to Georgia, who won the national championship that year.
He took who to the hold on. He took who to the playoffs?
Yeah. No, Ohio State. Remember a couple of years ago, Ohio State played Georgia, in the national semifinals, and then Georgia went on to play TCU.
Oh, no, I remember. I remember. I thought you were saying that Deion Hayden took him to the playoffs. I apologize. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, he was a part of the team. He was, heavy in the run game. He was, a good running back for Ohio State. He was because it was an injury to Henderson, and then Deion Sanders stepped in nicely for him,
Okay.
for Ohio State a couple of years ago before he got to Colorado. But he had flipped because we all know Ohio State get the cream of the crop, as
That's
far
right.
as all positions, 5-star in all positions. So he said, "Hey, I need to go elsewhere,"
Sure.
which he did, and I thought that was a great pickup.
Okay.
To me, I think he's the best running back right now. So he has gotten quality players, from other teams. Now, Dana Hayden, is a prime example of that, and a few others. And the offensive line, do you know the offensive line is ranked number 3 on the PFF, ratings, where they grade offensive linemen. They rank number 3 in the nation and number 1 in the Big 12. You know that, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the offensive line he has gotten, because we all know Shador had, I'm just speaking, maybe you don't agree, but I think if Shador had the offensive line the last couple of years, he probably would have won a Heisman Trophy. I'm not saying 2, but he definitely would have won 1, behind that offensive line he got now. So, and then, he has upgraded with the offensive line. Now you just got to upgrade with the whole defense,
Well, I think that's the problem.
Better,
but I think that's the problem, right? I think that with Coach Prime and his cachet, who he is, I think a lot of people felt, including myself, felt that he was the gas to the recruiting fire, meaning he was the draw to Colorado. Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I don't think one player is going to come to Colorado because there's a mountain in the backfield, in the background of the stadium. I think Coach Prime is the draw. He is the draw. But he's not making himself. But he's not making himself the draw. I think that he is. He's playing it a certain way. And my thing is, and again, I know health takes a toll, excuse me.
Right.
However, if he would have gotten, okay, let's say everybody say, oh, well, his first year he came in December. Well, most coaches come in December their first year, right? Like, Go Prime ain't come late. He didn't come in February. He came in December, like all coaches come in December, right?
Right.
Okay. But you got to hit the ground running. That's the difference. You can't go in there and slow roll. You got to hit the ground running. That's first. Okay, let's give him a little leeway on year 1. Year 2 is where it should have been an all-out blitz on players and the kind of players, right? If you want to go to the portal because it's your first year in December, fine, whatever. Let's just call that what it is. But in year 2, like if I would have went and knocked on the door at Colorado, nobody should have ever answered because everybody out there getting players. Like it's nobody in the football office but the athletic trainer because everybody out in the field scouring, getting the top players.
Okay.
Instead, we got Jordan Seaton. Not knocking Jordan Seaton, but that's one guy who plays left tackle.
Right.
And Coach Prime knows that a lot of these guys weren't going to come back. Then you go in now to year 3. Think about what I'm about to say to you, Ohio player.
I'm listening.
Only Jordan Seaton is the returning starter on the entire offense because you didn't have anything.
On the whole team. On both sides of the ball. You don't return starter.
Well, I appreciate you correcting me. How do you plan on winning like that? When you had a year 2, like a squirrel, go get nuts so he could survive the winter, how do you plan on having some kind of stability from a player's perspective when it's the revolving door? And you know you're losing Travis. You know you're losing Shador. You know you're losing Jimmy Horn. Like all of those guys you brought in that year 1, you know their timetable. You know when they're walking out the door. It ain't like a dude left early and you like, what? Oh, damn, he left early. Oh, God dang. So when a guy like Nakai Hill Green leaves, you don't like it. Maybe it was unexpected, but you got something in the stable. And I think that's where the big miscalculation happens. Because this team is not very good. I mean, they got a hellified win against Iowa State, excuse me. Great win against Iowa State. This is going to be tough. And when people say, like there, I go back to my wheel, and I'm the king of analogies. You know that Ohio player? Did you know that?
You the king of the what?
I'm the king of analogies.
Oh, okay. Okay. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, there's a reason the wheel is still round. The reason the wheel is still round because it's the most efficient and effective way to move something from one place to another. You know what has changed?
Okay.
You know what has changed with the wheel?
What's that?
The materials. But the shape is still the shape is still the same.
Okay.
It's round. It may have started off with a piece of wood. May have started off with stones in the Flintstones. Remember Fred Flintstone had the concrete wheel, but it was round even in the Flintstone. Now we got titanium rims that's super light, but it's strong. It's round. Even on a tank, the wheels inside of a tank track, even though it's on a track, they're round. There's a reason things are done the way they're done because it's been tried and true. It's been proven that this is the most efficient. I'm not saying you can't modify some things, but the foundational pieces of things is true. Listen, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Where do they build a house from? How's
From the
it
ground
built?
up, right?
From the ground up. Well, guess what?
Right.
When you started off and you built your TP, you built the foundation. Then you build a hut. It might be made out of straw. You start with the foundation. Then you got a wooden shack. You start with the foundation. They build houses out of cinder block. You start with the foundation. You notice what's changing. The materials are changing, but the process is still the same. Now you got 3D printed houses. You know what I'm talking about when I talk about 3D printed houses?
Yeah.
They start from the ground also. Even though it's a machine that's spitting out concrete like this, it don't start from the top. It's starting from the bottom.
Right.
And it's working its way. What I'm saying is the process. And you can't beat the process. You may do it, you may modify it a little bit. You may change some of the materials. You may alter it a little bit. But foundationally, it remains the same. And right now, we could dress it up and call it unorthodox. Hell, Mike Leach was unorthodox as a coach. But foundationally, what did he do? He did the same thing. If a dude, as a coach, could sit there and talk about pirates and shit, that's unorthodox. It might be a little loony, but he still understood how you build a program. You build it from what? The ground up. Everything that Prime has done, and I understand you want to be a standout guy, but everything he's done has gone against the grain of everything that is tried and true. And people are going to say, well, Coach, he was the greatest athlete. But even Coach Prime followed the foundational rules of playing cornerback.
Yep.
He didn't play. Coach Prime didn't turn around and act like he was running the route. He faced the dude. He understands. Think about it. When he's coaching, he's talking about leverage. Hey, inside leverage, outside leverage. Why is he talking about that? These are the foundational pieces of playing defensive back. Now you're talking about building a team from the outside in. Where? How? Why?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, you make some good points. You make some damn good points. Um, I think if we going in Coach Prime's mind, he's about, I want to win now. Now, 5-star recruit, high school recruit, that's gravy. That's great. But if I can get a 4-star from another team that's disgruntled, is not playing, and he knows another 4 or 5-star is being recruited, why not get him now? If he wants, because he wants to win here and now. Because you got to understand about Coach Prime. He's the only coach I know, and probably the only coach you know. Every time it's a job opening, Penn State lost their coach, a few others, Florida, his name is always penciled in, or being considered to take those jobs. And that's what I think stopped his recruiting. I mean, I'm not saying stop his recruiting, but kind of limited to a certain extent his recruiting. Big names coming to the school because is he really? Because you're right, Coach Prime is the prime, person.
He's the draw. Yeah.
And he's the draw. Yeah, of course, he's the draw. And if the kids say, okay, I'm hearing all these reports that he's going to Dallas, going to this school, going to that school, is he going to be around, next year or a year after when I'm getting ready to play? How kids' minds are, fun on kids' minds are. So, that's probably what they're thinking,
Okay.
And I think that kind of, yeah.
Here's what I'll say to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just go with what you said for argument's sake. The recruiters thinking that. First of all, people have to understand this. People will throw a name around that's hot, that's big, just to garner attention.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you this happens all the time. Because I know you're the Ohio player, you be out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? You in the clubs. I know how you act. I see.
Right on.
There you go. How many times you picked up one of them club flyers and you see a picture of who's your favorite artist?
I just say one of them is Ashanti, Beyonce, I just
okay, let's say Beyonce. Let's say Beyonce. A picture of Beyonce coming to Hayes nightclub. Right? I got a flyer. I got a picture of Beyonce. Right?
Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
I'm having a club this Friday. I got a picture of Beyonce on the flyer. But you don't see the small print that say special invited guest, Beyonce. Right? Invited guest doesn't mean they're coming.
Right.
Invited guest means I invited them. That doesn't mean they're showing up. So I put her picture on my flyer. I never said that she was there or she's going to be there.
Right.
Special invited guest on the flyer with Beyonce picture. And all you see is Beyonce picture singing Hayes nightclub, Friday night, 8 p.m., blah, blah, blah. In small print.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Special invited guest, Beyonce. So when all them people come thinking they finna see Beyonce, I never said she was coming. I said she was invited. Now, if she come, great. It's the same thing with Coach Prime when they throw his name around with these schools. Coach Prime. So now everybody getting an uproar because it's for the clicks and likes. And for people like myself, I won't listen. I'm never going to shy away from it. I'm here for the business part of it. And so I say all that to say, Ohio player, it gets to clicks and likes. Do you really, let me ask you this, as much as you support this program, do you think in your heart of hearts that Coach Prime is a truly respected candidate from the higher ups at the University of Florida to be their next head coach? Do you really believe that in your heart of hearts?
No. Like when the Alabama job was up and all in Texas A&M, I knew he wasn't, because I know how, that part of the region he is. So, no.
Okay.
I agree with you there.
Do you believe in your heart of hearts that the higher ups at Florida State are ready to hire Coach Prime?
Nope. Personally, nope.
Okay. Do you believe in your heart of hearts that the higher ups at Virginia Tech is ready to hire Coach Prime?
No.
Okay.
No to that too.
Do you believe in your heart of heart that the higher ups at any one of these schools that are vacant, UCLA, Oklahoma State, whatever, are ready to truly hire Coach Prime as their next head coach?
Nope.
So with that being said, this is the media game that's being played.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm saying. So I say all that to you to say that, yeah, when his name is thrown out there, it's thrown out there to create a buzz because he hot as fish grease, right? Everybody love a train wreck.
Right.
I literally was almost late to work. You know why I was almost late to work?
What's that?
Because there was a car on the side of the road. That's it, with the hazard lights on. And everybody had the rubberneck to see what was going on. We almost late to work because nobody was even in the car. The hazard lights were blinking, but everybody had to slow down to look to see because they can't wait to see a train wreck.
Yeah. But Coach Hayes, you are insightful guys that know football. But to the average Jane and Joe, well, we'll just say Joe, to the average Joe recruit out there, they see that they're gullible to what the media feeds them. Now, I've been in the club business and we had raffle tickets, and you got to, just like you said, you got to watch out for the wording. We'll say up to $1,000. When you say it, you're gonna win $1,000.
Come on now, how player.
You get $300 or $400.
But hold on, let me ask you a question.
You're right.
Hold up, up to is very small print.
Right.
$1,000 is at the whole bottom of the fly, ain't it?
Exactly. So, yeah. So, well, yeah, little analogies like that, me and you see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? I can't disagree with you in the slightest on that. So, I'm not gonna say it's false advertising. Well, it is, but I don't want to say it.
But it's all about the wording.
Right.
It's all about the wording.
Exactly.
You were invited guest. You just put it in a fine print, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm gonna say something else to these, people out here who are saying, well, Coach Brian got full autonomy, if I say that word right.
He did.
At Colorado. And he is in charge of that whole ship. You know what I'm saying? Everything goes through him. How he wants to do it, when he wants to do it, where he wants to do it. He won't have that. Pretty much at 99.9% of these colleges. I think you do it. So
I do.
So that's why I tell people it's kind of relax when you be hearing that, because it's just like you say, it's false media, false advertising. It's all about the print, clicks and reviews, and the cloud. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
because I knew you were staying at Colorado. Because I talked to you last year. I knew you were staying at Colorado. Well, go ahead.
I just say those things like I said. Now let me ask you this. As you being a heavy Prime supporter, shout out to right here Lamar 1107. I wish he'll call in so I give him this work. Especially Gennaro, living in his mama basement. I give him his shout out for the night. He happy for the night. Stiff socks all over the basement floor. But would you have preferred kind of what you alluded to earlier, that Prime spend his bye week like most coaches spend their bye weeks? Probably 99% of them spend their bye weeks recruiting high school guys that that's important to this program. Or would you rather him spend his time dressing up, getting the band, and all this stuff for a transfer portal scrimmage? What would you prefer?
No, I prefer, I ain't gonna say the latter, the top. I prefer the top. What you said. Him, hitting it pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? Has it been working for him? You could say, yeah, slight majority of the time it has been working for him. But like you said, you want more. And I think we all know he's an unorthodox type of coach. He's not going the same route because he didn't come in that way. So he's definitely not coaching that way, the same route the average coach, how he does things. Because he said he got some people behind him. He got people underneath, under who handles a lot of that. And they come to him. Hey, coach, what you think about this? What you think about that? And he says he trusted their insight. And he said, okay, are you sure this guy can fit this program the way I want wanted to be run. Yes, coach, I do. Okay. And he's stated this several times. And he would say, okay, well, I do like this guy. And I like this guy. So, but he does have the final say. But he also has a little leeway to his staff. But they come to him, hey coach, what you think about this? What you think about that? I got a strong urge that this guy can fit into the Colorado Buffaloes football team's, style of play. Coach say, if you feel that 100%, look me in my eye and tell me. They tell him, and he goes with that. Now, I'm not saying it always works out, but that's how he pretty much runs his ship. I don't think you can disagree with that.
No, not necessarily, but I'll just say this. Like right now, the class of 26, he's currently ranked 68th overall. I'm trying to see here. Out of all of the players, and this is the part that I don't understand. Out of all of the players that Coach Prime has, he currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He currently has 12 players committed in the class of 26. He has one kid that's a JUCO transfer, Ventura College. But outside of that, that's 12 high school guys. One player has a national ranking of 123rd. The other players nationally ranked are NA. And this is where I'm confused. That's equivalent to a first-time no-name coach. Even though I'm Deion. Think about this. You have 12 guys committed from high school, and your highest-ranked player is 123rd nationally. The other 11, it says NA next to their name. And I guess it's almost like the two don't match. It's like I got Coach Prime and I don't have players. It doesn't make sense. And I'm not, and to me, oh, I'm sorry, that's an ad. And what I feel like is these players he's getting is because that might be the best available to them. Let me just click one of these names. Okay. Let me just click one of these names right quick. Who would you like me to click? Give me a guy you want me to click. All right.
Anyone you prefer.
I don't know. I don't even know these players. Let me see here. All right. 6'5", 255 tight end. That's good size, right?
Right.
At a tight end. 6'5", 255 coming out of high school. Not bad size. Committed. Now he has Alabama, Miami, LSU, Wisconsin. Was he offered? Yes. But let me ask you, Ohio player. Alabama, Miami, LSU, and Wisconsin have offered you a scholarship. And you're going to Colorado and he don't recruit high school players. Where would you go? If you were this kid, where would you go if these are your and again, these say he's been offered by, let me see his whole list, your computer list. Those are just the top 5 guys. If you were a player today, he's got some pretty good names. Florida, Houston, Illinois, Indiana, West Virginia, Syracuse. I mean, he's got quite a few what they consider offers up here. If you were a player, would you pick this program now over those other programs?
Oh man, I would have to say, it'd be leaning towards no. I'll put it that way.
And they don't even use the tight ends.
Right.
So again, so back to my point is, are you getting these guys because you are the best available. You are the best looking thing they have coming. Because just because you offer a kid doesn't mean it's committable. I want people to understand that. Yeah, Alabama offered you, but they be like, "Oh, coach, I want to commit." Well, wait a minute. I want to bring you to campus. Yeah. I'm not saying these are bullcrap offers. What I'm saying is, what would make a kid commit to Colorado at tight end who has good size, 6'5", 255? I haven't seen his film or tape. I don't know anything about him. But why would I commit to Colorado and they don't even use their tight ends versus these other schools?
You make a valid point. And that's why I told you I'll be leaning towards no, for the time being. I'm not saying nothing won't change, but or can change, but yeah, I'll be it's cause the pause. I just say it like that.
All right. Real quick, man, if I get the other guys on the line, got some more guys who called in. Hopefully I can get Jannard. Oh, maybe I get Ice Baby on here. He keeps talking about wow. Hopefully he'll call in. I already blasted him away. Really quick, man, what do you think is going to happen on this Utah game?
From what I've seen so far this season, if they start the game, if they can finish the game how they start the game, they can come out with a victory. They can be, they can hang in there and come out with a victory because Iowa State was a ranked team too. And let's be honest, BYU and Georgia Tech, both top 10 ranked teams, both top 10 ranked, and they should have beat both of them. So if they play, if they end the game, how they start the game, I think they got a good chance of winning. And we all know, but K-Salt, that's got to be K-Salt. He can't be indecisive. You got to know exactly what he wants to do when he wants to do it. And if they can continue that running game, Hayden and a man Welsh. Oh yeah, how about that new receiver Williams, number 8? I'm getting to like him, So they got a third wheel. They got Sincere, of course, Mario Miller. Now they got Williams. So I think they got a triple attack. He played good last game. So if they can keep, playing good football, and now they got 3 wide receivers they can, pass the ball to. In a solid running game. I think they have a good chance to win.
Okay.
What's your card?
I just think I don't think it's offensive. I mean, offensively they have to do. I just want to know, can they stop this quarterback in the way in which they play? Like I said earlier, they're facing the same style of offense for 3 of their 4 losses that they've lost to: Georgia Tech, Houston, and BYU. Same style of offense, right? Running quarterback, RPO guy, keep the ball, quarterback counters. They're going to face this same kind of guy, and they haven't stopped it yet and haven't proved. Hopefully over the bye week, they've had a chance to kind of clean some things up and fix it. But that's why I look at it. Ohio player, can I say this to you, man? I appreciate you, and I thank you. Man, you've always been a big supporter of this channel, man. And you play so beautiful, my man. Don't you all agree? Y'all clap it up for the Ohio player, man.
Much respect. All right.
My man.
All right, Coach Hayes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Rawhide coming to you next. Ice baby. Huh? Come on up here, because I'm ready to cook. Ready to cook your behind. Rawhide.
What's going on, Coach?
Man, giving the people what they want, man. And
man, I tell you, man, Ohio player, bro, he almost sound rational.
That's my dog.
Yeah, you got a good one right there. That's a good one, man. He's a good guy. I like to hear those. Now some of that recruiting talk was kind of crazy, but other than that,
that's my dog.
It's all good. But
that's my dog.
I'll just say this, man. I know you say what?
I said that's my dog.
Yeah. He sound like good people, bro. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. Hey, y'all talking about the recruiting, man. I know I mentioned it before. I'll mention it again. Don't mean to sound redundant, but the issues that he's having this season is because he failed in the first season.
True.
If he had, what I'm saying, I told many people that if he had just took the scraps right when he got there in December, took a few of those, a couple of those offensive linemen out of Colorado, if that's what he needed to take. He could have got a few. What was that? Hank Zelinski's, right?
Yep.
He could have got his Porter people, and he was going to lose anyway, right? But what you want to do is that you want to build. Now, granted, you're gonna lose some few people, but you would have able to build on top of that for when, in preparation for when Shador and Travis leave. I felt like he had no future foresight. You feel me?
There you go. He played for those 2 seasons.
Yeah. That's why he's having problems, bro.
Yeah.
But I think what's more alarming, I mentioned the other day. What I think is more alarming is this. Now, granted, man, I mean, if you're a fan of CU and you didn't think that they was going to take a step back this season, I think you're a little delusional, right? A program like that loses a Heisman Trophy winner. A program like that loses a quarterback that I think a lot of us thought was a first-round draft pick. And I think a step back was expected. But I think what I'm more concerned with is next season. I think they're going to be worse next season than they are this season.
Really? Oof.
I mean, you got to ask yourself a question. All right, fine. What's on that team? I think I asked them on the show. What's the what team? What players on this team that you can build on top of?
I said, you got offensive.
No, y'all had.
You got a left tackle.
Who that?
Only thing you have on this team coming back is a left tackle in Jordan Seaton, which would be his third and probably final year, if he remains, which I think he may. I don't know, maybe wrong. And then a probably going to be a redshirt freshman quarterback in Juju Lewis.
Right. What they got? 30 seniors.
I guess.
I think it's 30 seniors they got.
Like
36 seniors.
Well, you're gonna rotate those guys up out of there.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the problem, right? I mean, I know a lot of people want to hate on Caden Salter. I get granted, he ain't the best in the world. I get it, but I think he's I think he's manageable. I don't think he's the worst thing in the country. I think he plays fairly decently, but you ain't gonna even have that to lean on.
Right.
Think about that. You got an unproven freshman that's going to be your starting quarterback. You hope you keep your left tackle. Well, you hope you keep both of them. Hope you keep left tackle Jordan Seaton. If they lucky, what we thinking? They're going to win, might win 6 games, and they're going to lose 30 seniors. How is that not worse than what they got right now? What team would you say? I mean, we weren't talking about Colorado, but we was talking about another team. We would think, if we was faced with that type of future, we would say that team is probably going to be worse than we are this season.
I would agree. But I think the difference is these 30 seniors, how many of these seniors are one and dones? Like, came here this year? I don't know. Like, because I can't keep track of the in and out. So I would love to see how many guys that may be seniors, but how many guys this is their second or third, maybe second year in the program, or maybe even third. And then how many guys are here for the one and dones, right? Like how many guys are, it's like Sincere Brown, he's a one and done guy?
Well, let me back this up. Okay. The 30 that I'm referring to, now I could be mistaken, right? I'm coming off the dome. But the 30 is what they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not naming people that may have the ability to stay. So I'm saying that irregardless, they out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now look, bro. Hey, listen, man. Could he? College Bound says 38. It's 38.
Oh wow.
I don't know, but College Bound says it's 38. But so am I saying it's impossible that he may get lucky, kind of what you was talking with the other guy, that hey, maybe he can go get a Caleb Downs or somebody like that from somewhere else. I mean, that's possible, right? I mean, God say everything's possible through him. So heck, I mean, we might be able to see pigs fly. But but if we're gonna live in the realm of reality, he typically don't get them type of players.
Well, can I say this to you, Ron, before you move forward?
What's up?
I believe he can get a Caleb Downs guy, but they have to be high school guys and don't get just one. If you get 3, he has proven that. Now, to me, here's what I'm going to say to you, Rob, before I push on. he has proven to me, I don't think he's proven to me that he's getting that caliber of player as a transfer portal guy. But he has proven to me that he has gotten that guy from a high schooler. And that's what's perplexing to me, bro, is that you have proven you can get an elite guy from a high school level. Once you put your claws into him, he coming to Colorado. But you say, I'm just going to get one of them, and I'm going to go get, for lack of a better term, mediocre guys out the portal. Like, that's the part that blows me. I would rather go get some mediocre guys out the portal and get some elite guys out of high. Imagine if I just got 5 guys a year, just 5. That could change your program. But once you lost, because you knew you were losing Shador, you knew you were losing Travis, you knew you were losing Jimmy, and you knew you were going to not have a Wester. Those are the 4 dudes offensively that really had your offense go. And they all left at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kyle Green, I would assume, I'm just going to assume he left not knowing. Like, man, coach, I'm out. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the love. I'm out. But so let's just say he surprised you. Fine. But you knew you were losing to Silman Craig. Like, you knew these guys were aging out, right? You knew that. But you thought you could replace, and think about the guys that you lost outside of a Wester. They kind of grew up in your system. You had Jimmy for 2 years. You had Shador for what? All his college. You had Travis for 3 years. So it proves to you, if you get the guys as puppies and you groom them into the big dog that you want, great things happen. That's just
100% agree. Hey, 100% agree with you, coach. I mean, if anything, if anybody should have been gone and you held on to him, I mean, Omarion Miller is the poster child of what you're saying.
Correct. Correct. And look at what and look at what he's doing. Child. He's literally your leading receiver right now. Omarion Miller is literally your leading receiver right now on your team.
100%, bro. And if anybody got jacked around, he got jacked around. If anybody should have been gone, it should have been him, and he stuck with you. So,
and you know who else? Here's what's funny. Guess who you think their leading rusher is? Who do you think their leading rusher is? Dylan Hayden? I know he was hurt. No.
Welch.
The freshman that you got out of high school, Michael Welch.
Yep, I know, bro.
Like your receivers, Omarion Miller. Where is Williams from? I don't know where he's from.
Omarion?
No. This is Joseph Williams. Where did he play at?
Oh, Joseph Williams.
Where did he play before?
I had no idea, bro.
Joseph Williams. Let me see. Let me go back. He played in 24.
I'm just saying, bro. I mean, listen, bro. It's the Big 12. I get it. You ain't got to have a whole lot of talent to win in this league. But, I mean, I guess the disappointing thing is, see, I guess here we go again. What bothers me the most is that he expect more out of his players than he expect out of himself. That's what bothers me the most.
Tulsa.
You know, and it just gets me because I'm sitting there and I'm watching. I was like, bro, y'all, let's just be honest about it. They should have went to the playoffs last year. And this year they should be competing for a Big 12 championship if he just had done his job the right way. It's just a little, and guess I ain't even asking for a whole lot. Bro, can you give me 5 to 10 more hours a week, bro? That's all I need. Can I get you to invest just a little more time? Just a little bit. I don't need you working that hard, bro. Just let me give you 5 to 10 more hours, man. Put the work in, man. Use your cachet. Build a program up, bro. And take off and run. I ain't even asking for no natty. I'm just asking you to compete in the Big 12. Even when they move to the Big 12, you won't make me believe that he done sit and think, man, we're gonna have to, Oklahoma State gonna be an issue, Utah probably gonna be an issue, Kansas State gonna be an issue. If you forecasting, they've been down. It's got, and I ain't trying to bring Miami in it, but I know you got a lot of people that follows Miami. It's the same thing in the ACC. We cannot not make the playoffs with Florida State down and Clemson down.
100%. Listen, and to your point, and this is what for some odd reason, the people that come here, I don't think y'all watch my shows on Wednesdays. Like Chris, come on, Chris, you know I love you, dog. The hate deep. Y'all settle for Carson Beck at last minute QB. But what Raw just said, he's 100% true. How do we as arguably in the ACC, there are only 3 top level teams in the ACC: Clemson, Florida State, Miami. Listen to what I've just told you. If you, Raw, or anybody in here, tell me the top 3 teams in the ACC, you should name Clemson, Florida State, Miami. Whatever order you want to put them in. Okay, if you want to say Miami, Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Clemson, Florida State, Miami, Florida State, Clemson. However you want to box it. And those 2 teams are down and we don't make it, no, we trash. I don't know what else to tell you. Am I lying, Raw? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not that fanned out. I'm not fanned out. But I love the way y'all come in here and y'all think because y'all say the word Miami in the chat, like I'm going to fan out and spaz out. I'm not a cult member. There is no reason in the world that the University of Miami, since y'all want to bring them in here, maybe because I got this clock clicking behind me with the logo on it and it triggers y'all, that y'all really think, bro, can I tell you something? That's just a piece of paper. It ain't like it's etched in stone. It's just a piece of paper. But y'all think that I'm not going to tell the truth about football. I'm a football fanatic first. See, y'all think I'm fanned out, and this is not a hobby. I'm here to talk about the game. Y'all want to be fanned out and then think, oh, because you bring up the fandom, I'm going to trip. I'm not tripping. What Raw just said was 100% true. How in the hell is Florida State and Clemson down, and we don't even play Clemson? We don't even play them this year. Hell, Georgia Tech on the rise. But here's the beauty. We don't even play Georgia Tech this year. And we don't make it to the ACC championship in Charlotte, North Carolina, December 6, 2025, the year of our Lord. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Instead, y'all make excuses. No. But I'm saying these people will make excuses for bullcrap. I'm not making excuses. Hold Mario Cristobal ass to the fire. But I know y'all want me triggered because y'all put Miami in the chat. Well, mother F, take this with you, mother. Stop that shit. Anyway.
Yeah. Coach, I apologize. I wasn't even trying to bring Miami to talk about them.
No, it's people in the chat. It wasn't you. No, it wasn't you. They have been saying this, and then you brought them up at the same time. All I'm saying is they think because, Miami's not undefeated anymore. Bro, okay. I'm doing a Colorado segment. My border is gold and black. I don't even have a Miami shirt on. Like, I try to respect the game. But y'all want to bring this in, and y'all think, and when I say y'all, I'm saying them, they think it's really I'm fanned out, but I could tell the truth about Colorado, but I can't tell the truth about Miami. No, that shit over there in Colorado, trash. And Miami, guess what? Guess what? If you don't win if you lose another game, your ass trash too. You spent $4 million on a quarterback. You just paid $1 million per interception in one game. Fix it. Or guess what? Helmets to the left, shoulder pads to the right. Keep your mouthpiece and jockstrap. That's it.
Hey, Coach, let me. I'll say this because I'm reading the chat. I see a lot of them. The word is keep out of chat. Like I don't know, ICH, whoever that is, bro. Think about this for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The team worse than Colorado in the Pac-12, the year before they moved to the Big 12, the worst team won the Big 12 last year.
Yeah,
the worst team.
Yeah.
Won the Big 12. The team Colorado beat in the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
How in the heck do they win the Big 12 and Colorado don't? Talk to me now. They got a Heisman Trophy winner. Got a guy who got Heisman Trophy votes. And y'all act like I'm saying something crazy. Everybody, their mama knew who's supposed to be the big dogs. The big dogs down, and y'all good with what's going on. I don't get it. BYU was predicted to finish at the bottom of the Big 12 last year.
Yeah.
Listen,
and Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State was supposed to be at the top. They was dead last.
Exactly. Dead last, bro. Dead last. But I get it, bro. It's called the sticky table mentality. Coach. Just a sticky table mentality, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And I ain't look, I'm down on them because I got high expectations. I guess the other folks, they just cool with that. They like that. They like sticky tables, bro. They like the girl taking their order, chewing gum in your face. They like all that. Ooh, well, y'all need to get y'all standards up. It's weird to me. I don't get it, Coach. I don't get it, bro. It's kind of weird to me.
And the funny thing is, you have a guy that is revered. Everybody, he's the best. He did this. He's a marketing genius, but he won't go get the players, dog. I don't understand how.
I know, bro.
That's the part that, bro. I don't understand. Like, I'm not understanding a guy that has it all. You ever seen the guy? Here's a perfect example. Y'all ever watch Snowfall? You ever watch that movie Snowfall TV series? Did you see how he went out at the end?
Did I see the end? Yeah, I saw the end.
You saw how he went out?
Yeah, I saw it.
How? That's in your mind. Yeah. If you're a little kid growing up watching Franklin as a kid, you idolize Franklin. And now you're grown, you're 22, 23, and you see Franklin bummed out on the side of the street. You like, how, bro? How?
Yeah.
I look at Prime like, how are you Prime, a marketing genius, arguably the best DB to ever play this game? I still think he's the best DB. I think Lawrence Taylor's the best football player, but I always say best DB to ever play this game, right? I think he's the best athlete.
100%.
I think Prime is definitely the best athlete because he could play baseball and football and all this stuff. And you're walking around with players that's committed to you that don't even have a ranking. They don't even present.
I know,
like that. Like it's almost like, how, Sway? It's like seeing I'm gonna say this. I went to college with this young lady, man. Listen, when I say this, bad boy, bad. And I ain't no hater, but maybe the Canes was talking a little bit. I see on Facebook, Raw, the dude that she got married to look like Professor Clump, dog. And I ain't hating.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying she's supposed to be with some chisel chin dude with a 6-pack. And I'm like, how, Sway? How? You Raw, understand? You have it, bro. Like everything else in his life is, bro, you a 58-year-old man missing 2 toes, a reconstructed bladder, and you got Carucci. You my hero, bro.
Yeah, until they get the coaching.
But when you get the coaching, you got Precious on the roster.
I know, bro. I know. Hey, great. Hey, he ain't crap. He great value, bro.
What I'm trying to say is, how, Sway? Like how, when you got it, you got the magic touch. It's like you're Superman, but you don't want to fly. You're like, I'd rather just catch the bus.
Hey, now let me tell you what's a better example is you go to the grocery store, you walk in, whatever grocery store y'all got, Kroger or whatever the case may be, and the dude that's bagging the groceries is 6'8". You're like,
how?
6'8". Why are you bagging groceries, bro? You feel me, though? Bro. I'm like, come on, man. You can't be 6'8" bagging groceries, bro. It makes no sense. I'm just saying, like, in my mind. Because I can tell you how. And look, and I ain't mad at him. I get it, bro. Listen, look, if y'all look, we gonna use the standard of 6 games, bro. He doing a good job, bro. I get it, bro. He doing a good job. But he wouldn't, his players, he didn't hold Commander McClain to that standard. He didn't hold him to the standard. He called him out. So that's the problem I got. Why he ain't calling himself out, bro? Just a little work. Just do a little work, bro. Just a little.
I'm just saying.
And you good. You should be running the Big 12. It ain't even that hard. 2025, they had, look here, the year they got Jordan C, I argue with a dude. You know how many teams in the Big 12 got a 5-star recruit when they got Jordan C and coach? You know how many?
How many? No, I don't.
0. Colorado was the only one.
Wow.
How you ain't running this? Bro, how are you not running this country? I don't get it. I don't get all that he got, bro. Like I said, hey, he the 6'8" dude bagging groceries, bro.
Can I tell you this?
What's
I
up?
don't even know who the head coach at Cincinnati is. Like, it's so bad. They are third from the bottom. You in your third year.
What you mean?
No, I'm saying Colorado right now currently in the standings is third from the bottom, behind Oklahoma State, who's fired Mike Gundy, West Virginia with an old lad Rich Rod. And you got it, dog. Like I'm gonna tell you what's frustrating. I had a player. I'm gonna leave him nameless. Man, 6'1.5", 6'2" running back, 210 pounds. Agile, fast, explosive, right? And I used to tell him, I said, do you know in 3 years, you'll be a millionaire? In 3 years, you'll be a millionaire. 3 years. Sir, you could play the lotto for 3 years straight every day and you won't hit it faster than you could hit this. You will be a millionaire, dog. I had a college coach offer to move that kid into his house. He was that bad. He just wouldn't do it. I ended up running into him at a gas station. You know what he's doing now?
What he doing?
Laying bricks, dog. Broke my heart, bro. That was Franklin. Broke my heart, dog. In 3 years, I said, sir, I said, dog, just stay tight for 3 years. Trust me. You know how long ago that was?
How long ago?
8 years ago. He would have been on his second contract.
Oof.
He would have been on his second contract. Instead, you laying bricks, dog.
It's crazy, man.
And I look at Prime and I'm like, bro, you could run through the Big 12, dog.
Through it.
Cincinnati is 4-0 in the Cincinnati was trash last year.
I know, bro. I know. I know, bro. I know. Coach, it ain't that. Look, I know. Listen, I know I ain't in it. I get it. I've been watching this a long time, bro. Listen, man. Just a little effort. Just a little effort. Hey, hold on, Coach. How about this?
I'm sorry, Carlos. We come.
Name me a school in the Big.
Go ahead, you good.
My fault.
No, you good.
With this.
You good. You good.
Coach, name me a school that got bigger advantages than Colorado in the Big 12.
None. Except maybe Texas Tech. Maybe Texas Tech because they spent all that cash and they're the only school in Texas in there. But other than that, none. West Virginia ain't West Virginia. Arizona's whatever. Kansas, who they want to go there. Utah has been stable as a pro, but they've been in the dumps until kind of this year, and they still below the middle of the pack at 5-2 because they got 2 conference losses. Who in the hell is Kansas State? Can't nobody name nobody from Kansas State except Dylan Edwards because he went to Colorado. Baylor, TCU ain't the same. Iowa State got beat by the bottom of the pack, Colorado. Like, maybe Arizona State and maybe BYU may have been the most consistent over the past 2 years. 3 years.
And then when them got prime.
No, and bro, nobody even know who the hell Kalani Sitake was till Prime played them.
Thank you.
That's my point. Nobody's nobody until Prime played them.
That's facts.
Y'all can't name me.
That's facts.
Y'all can't name me the head coach of Arizona right now. Thank you. Because I don't even know who the hell the head coach of Arizona is. Who is the head coach? Who is the head coach of Cincinnati, bro? I don't even know.
Hey, listen, coach. And then, but see, this is the deal, though. But I got to give Prime credit, though, because what he does, he do a good job. What he does is he always throw out the excuses. And if you look at your chat, you'll see it's money. Money is not why they ain't getting players, bro. That ain't the reason.
See, that to me, that's bull crap. I didn't even know Scott Satterfield. I did not know Scott Satterfield was the head coach. And I know Scott Satterfield, he was at App State. He was at FIU, actually. Scott Satterfield was at FIU as well as the offensive coordinator. I didn't know he was the head coach.
Yep.
Holy smokes. Didn't even know that. But when Prime stepped on the scene, everybody know it, dog.
I know, man. He could run that, bro. He just don't want to. I don't know why he don't want to, bro. He can run it. He can run it. But again, if y'all good, listen, bro. Again, it depends on what your standards are. Listen, bro. If you don't want to mow your yard, you want to live in a neighborhood that shit tore up. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You good.
And you want to live in a neighborhood that stuff tore up and everything. You know what I'm saying? I get it. If that's what you want, how you want to live, I ain't mad at you, bro. To each his own. But look, I want to see a brother, man, take things to the next level, bro. That's what I'm looking for. And I thought he was going to be the guy that was going to make some major moves, bro, and really be respected in the game. But the only thing he did is make other black coaches get told, don't bring that Prime stuff to my university.
And I hate to say this, I can actually second that motion because I've actually had coaches that work at other universities tell me that. If they go in there and say, hey, coach, man, don't come over here with that Colorado. I'm telling you, it's unfortunate, and I don't think it's fair or right, but that's a very true statement. That is a very true statement you just said. I literally had coaches that I know, you talk to them, you say, they be like, bro, it's actually gotten harder. If we say, hey, coach, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, you remember it was a big deal when coaching staff used to get on and wish players happy birthday. Remember when Florida State made the happy birthday cake to Kamani McLean? You remember that?
Yep.
And they say, happy birthday to you. You remember that? I can go back and play that ugly video. That used to be a thing. Oregon did it to Kamani McLean, right? Listen to this. These dudes got a grown-ass men singing happy birthday to a kid that's not even committed to y'all just to get his attention. And you got to do like Prime. That all you got to do is say, hey, what's up, money? That's it. And here's the thing. But I'm bringing that back to say this. Now you brought up the other coaches. If a coach brings up that kind of idea today, you know what these head coaches will say? Man, don't bring that Colorado junk over here. See, that was prior to Coach Prime going to Colorado, the birthday songs. Now, if a coach come in a staff meeting and say, hey, coach, man, I got a great idea, man. These kids, man, is their birthday coming up. What if we celebrate it on our social media page? Man, don't come over here with that Colorado crap. And that's unfortunate. Yep. I'm not blaming Prime for it. In regards to that's just not right. But that's what's happening. So my thing, if that's going to happen, Prime, go get them, dog. Go get them. Make them pay. Yep. Make them follow your lead. Because right now they laughing at you, bro. And I know you may not care, but there's some other coaches that's on them staffs that's getting hurt by
that. Facts. Now, look, I ain't trying to listen, I know everybody different. But my man at Syracuse show don't act like that.
That boy loose. hey, Raw, that boy say, you come to my players, that boy say, I ain't no bitch.
Yeah. I mess with him, bro. I mess with him, though.
Yeah.
I mess with him, bro. I mess with him, bro.
You got to be a little
Yeah,
careful.
for real,
Hey, I hate
bro.
to say this,
He
and I hate to
it.
say it. I like him. He got to move a little bit. He got a little more stealthy. That's all I'm gonna say. A little more stealthy.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Hey, don't do it no more for a little while, and he good.
Right.
He good.
Yeah,
You ain't got to try to do it all the time. Just let people know who you are, and you straight.
Well, the only reason that flew because he ain't on the top of the radar right now.
Yeah.
Once he get up there, he gonna have to move a little stealthy. Right. But man, Raw, let me get the other folks out here so I can get up out of here, man.
Yeah, have you been, man. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Anytime.
Appreciate you.
Hey, what little bucket at, though? All right, let me get to the next one on here. Y'all two been super patient. I'm gonna lock this.
The conference has been locked.
Jamel, I'm gonna log out with you at the end here. 4876 on the line. Call to talk to us. Give us your name, where you coming from.
Coach Hayes.
Who are we talking to?
This is Charles from Colorado.
Are you from Boulder, Colorado, or just in some parts of Colorado?
No, I'm in Colorado.
All right. So Charles, talk to us, man. What's on your mind, bro?
I started listening to you. The first show I heard was when you came on and apologized for all that stuff about him moving from.
Yeah. That show got like 200. Yeah, that show got like 250,000 views, man. Like 250,000 views, man. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I listened to you because you sound so sincere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out between you and Rawhide, we don't need any haters.
Okay.
Well, y'all got.
So Charles, let me ask you. So let me ask you a question.
We're talking about a team that won 1 game, 4 games, 8 games, or actually 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all acting like we just did that in reverse, like we won 9 games, 4 games, and now 1.
Okay.
What are we so upset about? Do you really believe that the recruiting thing is the end all be all? Because the way I look at it, the recruiting table has flipped its head 4 times in the last 2 years, and there's no team that can get high school players to commit and be there in 2 years. I haven't seen it. Have you?
Sure, I have. Here's what I'll tell you.
I'm talking about comedy. I'm not talking about these Big 12 teams. I'm talking about the only teams that can really do that are the ones, Ohio State's and this. Of course they can do all that. But do you think that Prime could have come here and had any kind of traction had he won 2 games the first year, 4 games the next year, and then been sitting like this now?
Yeah. You want to know why? Why? Because he only won 4 the first time. What I'm going to tell you is, Charles, first of all, I appreciate you calling. Second of all, I'm going to ask you this later, but I'm going to ask you now. I want you to think about it now. I want your answer later. What have I said that's hating? That's one. I'm just leaving it there. You don't have to answer yet. The reason I'm bringing this up is because you have a guy like Coach Prime in the big. We're not talking about winning national championships, Charles. We're talking about you have a guy within Coach Prime himself that, would you agree or disagree, that has marketing genius in him? Would you agree or disagree?
Absolutely, but
okay, hold on, stop right there. Do you have a guy in Coach Prime that has the players that he went for, those 5- and 4-star players? They have committed to him and have still stayed, minus one Kamani McLean.
Well, Kamani didn't work out.
I know, but I'm saying that's part of it. But everybody's not going to work out. See, I think that's where y'all missing the point. Is that we're not saying.
Basically, you're saying he's wasting his talent in recruiting because he could do so much more.
1,000%.
That's your
1,000%, Charles. Because here's what I'm saying: you are now in year 3. The puppies that you brought are major contributors. Jordan Seaton, right? We could say his son, but everybody that he's brought in, particularly there. Michael Welch is a high school kid he brought in, is your leading rusher. Over a Dallin Hayden. I know Dallin Hayden was hurt. Think about the kids that he brought in from Omarion Miller is your leading receiver, not Sincere Brown. What I'm saying is Prime got the Midas touch, Charles, but he won't touch it.
I think the number one problem in Colorado right now is that they don't have a quarterback.
That may be very
If they
well.
had a quarterback,
Sir.
If they had a quarterback, this would be totally different.
Let me ask you this.
I think they
should
have started the young kid from day one. This other guy that's just flipping the ball here, flipping the ball there, he needs to go sit down somewhere.
Sir, let me ask you this.
Real.
Name me a top quarterback in the Big 12. Name me a good quarterback in the Big 12.
The Big 12 don't have any good quarterbacks.
Thank you. So, hold on. The Big 12 doesn't have any good quarterbacks, but BYU
That's why the young kid should have started from the beginning.
hold
By
on.
now, we would have figured out what he was all about. He would have been using the receivers downfield, not turning the ball over, and we could have, from day one, just methodically moved this down the field. I don't care if they went 6-6, 5 and whatever.
So, Charles.
At least that kid would have been playing for the future.
So, to your point, Charles, I hear you. But unfortunately, you didn't. You have Caden Salter. So, let's just – I get what you're saying, but that's a hypothetical. Let's just go with Caden Salter. If you're telling me right now nobody in the Big 12 has a good quarterback, but BYU is 7-0, Cincinnati is 6-1, Arizona State is 5-2, Texas Tech is 6-1, Houston is 6-1, Iowa State, who lost to Colorado, is 5-2, and Colorado is.
Are you confident that the season's going to end though?
No. We're talking about. Okay, so let me ask you.
Continue to do that?
No, here's my question. My question, you said Colorado is in this situation because they don't have a quarterback. But you also just said that nobody in the Big 12 has a quarterback. So why is Colorado on the bottom tier of the Big 12 if they don't have a quarterback, but you said nobody else has a quarterback?
Because they haven't been in the position, or they haven't pulled the trigger to say we should start the young kid and just let him play.
So whose fault is that? Who's responsible for that decision?
Coach Prime is his third year of coaching. Come on, y'all.
Listen, I'm not
tripping. Gonna let him grow.
Sure,
let him grow and figure it out.
I've been saying
he had his son. Had he not had his son, every single player that was anything kind of a player in Colorado last year came from his network of people that he either raised, had on his pop teams coming up as a child. Like, none of those kids were from Colorado. None of those kids were from any kind of recruiting. They were all people that he knew from before.
Charles, and that's our point. You knew those kids were leaving. That's our point, Charles. What we're trying to get you to understand. Hold on, Charles. Let me, Charles. Hold on, Charles. Let me say this.
Is number one in their improvement. That didn't, the offensive and defensive line, that takes some time. You can't just flip that. Are you talking about
Charles?
Turnaround?
That's my point.
A great offensive line.
Charles, I think you're missing my point, brother. When you know, let me ask you this. When you know the storm is coming, you don't go buy your wood at Home Depot the day the storm is coming. It ain't going to be no wood left. You have to prepare. You knew that Shador was leaving. You knew that Travis was leaving.
Foundation. It don't matter how much wood you buy. You got to build your foundation in the trenches.
And that's what we were saying. If you brought those guys in with who you are as Prime early, it's seamless transition. And that's what y'all missing. And that's what we were saying. If you would have built that seamless transition, there would have been a seamless transition in there.
And who are these players that he could have gotten that he didn't get?
A lot of them.
Please name them.
I can't name because it's too many of them. There's players all over this country. What we're saying is, I could definitely tell you the players that ain't players. That's my whole point, was that these players that he could have gotten, being who he is, you could have gotten. Let me ask you this. Do you think the players that are on Colorado's team right now, do you think they are Power 4 players or not?
I don't believe in this all ranking stuff.
I didn't rank them. I'm saying power 4, meaning the level of football. Do you believe that they are power 4 players?
I understand. And some of them are. A couple of them. I mean, the receivers.
Who?
You're telling me that if we didn't have somebody to get the ball down the field, that we wouldn't have 2 more Heisman close to being type.
Heisman.
If Shador was on that team right now, they would be undefeated.
Sir, and Charles, if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. We keep talking about Shador. He is gone to Cleveland.
No, but what I'm saying is they need a quarterback.
I understand that.
The quarterback is the problem.
So,
Not that he's not recruiting. They need a quarterback.
Okay.
Period.
All right, let me ask you a question. They need a quarterback. Is Dampier a good quarterback? The guy from Utah? That's my whole point. We don't even know who the guy is from Utah that they're getting ready to play. Is he a good quarterback?
What Utah won? I'm talking about Utah. Utah hasn't won anything.
No. You're asking me about
Dampier. They haven't won a damn
Charles,
thing.
You're right, but you're asking me about
I've been living here.
Charles,
what has Utah won?
Nothing. But you're asking me about quarterbacks.
But everybody talks like they're the greatest model of what the Big 12 should be.
That's not my question. You're asking me about quarterbacks. Is Dampier a good quarterback? That's all I'm asking you. From Utah.
I haven't watched them play.
Okay.
There's no quarterback in the Big 12 that excites me right now.
There you go.
I will say.
So it's an even playing field, Charles.
That's why the young kids should have been playing from day one.
I get that.
Because there was nobody out there that's just going to come in here and steamroll them.
Well,
like if they improve the line the way they improved it, and now, everything else is coming around, they should have been playing the young kids. That's all there is to it. All this stuff going back and forth with the third string guy coming in for the 1 week and throwing 2 touchdowns that weren't even scripted. As soon as I heard him say in the huddle, "Oh, we called those ourselves," there you go.
So you understand it ain't a Coach Hayes problem because you say I'm hating. It's literally what they're doing there.
I said if it wasn't for you and Rawhide together, we wouldn't need no haters. That doesn't mean you hating. It's just like I don't understand you not understanding what the real problem is.
I do, and that's what we're addressing. The real problem is you don't have players, Charles. The real problem is you've only addressed the offense. The real problem is Colorado's defense that's giving up the draws every Saturday night. 400 yards. See, everybody, as a fans, we love to talk offense because that's who put points on the board. But we never want to address.
How can a coach team play so much man-to-man? Can you explain that to me?
I don't know because I'm not in those meetings. What I want to ask you is because every time
I played a little different defense, they would pick off so many. They'd lead the league in interceptions.
So the way you're
in man-to-man every damn time.
Well, Charles, the way you talking, it sounds like you got a problem with the way Coach Prime coaches because you're talking about Juju Lewis should be starting. That's a Coach Prime decision. You're talking about their defense shouldn't be playing man-to-man. That's a Coach Prime issue. That's not a Coach Hayes and Rawhide issue.
My main problem is you can't tell me that in 2 years he hasn't done more good in that place than anybody else has.
Never said he didn't. Never said.
25 years I've been here, and those of us who live here, we're grateful that he's here, and we're going to let him grow, and we're going to let him figure it out, and we're going to let him take 2 years to get it figured out before we start saying, "Oh, get on down the road with your bad self." Come on now.
Nobody told him he was gone.
It's been 2 years. 2 seasons.
Yeah, but you're missing the point. We're not saying that. We're saying
I'm missing the point.
Yeah, no, you're missing the point because what I'm trying to tell you.
How much time? So, what is the record you think they should be? You really just said to Rawhide they should be 5-0 right now.
I never said that. That never came out of my mouth. You can rewind the tape.
Close to.
Never said that.
They should have many wins right now.
Never said that. What I said.
Y'all was laughing about. It's so easy. They should have just. Oh my God! All he has to. Rawhide.
That's not what I said. See, the problem is. The problem is
15 minutes. Just spend 15 minutes more, and he would. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, but it's true. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, Charles.
The improvement in the trenches is enough for me to see that at least he knows what he's doing to get a offensive line.
In what trenches?
Decent.
You notice you keep, but Charles, you keep talking about offense. You have not once addressed the defense, who is really the major problem for Colorado. You notice that.
You didn't see that defense play last year?
I'm looking at the
defense
defense
was all over the place last year.
I'm looking at the defense play
Them
this
boys,
year.
didn't they leave the Big 12 in sacks last year?
And what they doing this year?
Didn't have a single sack in the first 3 games and still led the Big 12 in sacks.
And
They'll
what
get it figured out. They'll get it figured out.
you want to know why? You don't have the same players, bro. You
Who
still
has the same player? Nobody.
no. When I say the same, I'm talking about you don't have the caliber. When Coach Prime has the magic touch,
and if he had, so you're telling me if he had 10 more high school players from last year and the year before, then they would be a great team right now. Go on somewhere.
I think they'll be better. I think they'll definitely be better.
How much better? On what side of the ball?
Whatever side you decide to recruit on.
From Colorado, you ain't getting those players that make a difference from Colorado.
You don't need players from Colorado. It's a national recruiting circuit now. It's not local. It's a national recruiting circuit. Everybody got an internet.
Like in up a tree when he could be the king of Israel, but he just out here in the wilderness wandering around like he Joab or something.
No, I think I think you're in your emotions about it. I think you're in your feelings because you want to support.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for you. I watch you every week.
I appreciate it.
You're the only show that I watch every single week.
Thank you, man.
Because you seem to have the right attitude when it comes. I've been watching lately because it's like you on the fence. I'm like, okay, which side he gonna go now?
Well, see, that's the difference.
No, you and Rawhide.
No, but here's the difference. You just don't like. So here it is. You don't like Rawhide, and because I was on the phone, now you and that's fine. Because Rawhide didn't tell any lies.
I was trying to figure out: am I going to stay with Coach Hayes? Because when you came on and said your apology, and then you've been acting the way you have the rest of the time, I said this is somebody I can listen to that has guardrails that understands that even some of us can make mistakes and come back and say, you know what?
That's fair.
I was wrong.
I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, but Charles, here's what I want you to understand.
Rawhide, on the other hand, he just talks.
Okay, that's
whatever.
Fine. Okay, that's fine.
He's just straight hater. That's
okay,
fine.
That's fine. That's how you feel. Let me ask you, Charles. Let me ask you a question. My question to you is, I told you I'm a football person first. I'm going to always speak about the game. I'm not fanned out.
That's why you coach. I understand.
I understand that. But hold on, hear me out. Just like the people that come on here and they try to say Miami stuff. Yeah, I'm a Miami fan, but I'm not fanned out. Would you agree or disagree? You tell me this. That Coach Prime, do you agree with Coach Prime's recruiting procedures, the way in which he recruits players?
No, personally, I would wish that he could do more, but I understand why he cannot.
I'm not asking about doing more. We're talking about the procedure. Do you like the fact that he goes because
he can't show up at somebody's campus like Elvis Presley? That just ain't gonna work.
What do you mean? Explain that, please. Explain that.
If he pulls up in Georgia Southern somewhere in some high school, all hell gonna break loose.
Sir, please don't.
He can't. How are you gonna recruit like that?
Please don't. See, you right there, you fell for the mackin', as they say, right? You really believe. Let me ask you, Charles.
I see it everywhere he goes. I see it every day.
Charles.
You're watching the way this goes every day.
Charles, can I tell you something? There are coaches. Do you think Nick Saban is just as famous in college football?
What does Nick Saban have to do with anything?
No, because you're talking about all hell's gonna break out. Let me ask you this. I've had
Nick Saban go anywhere in this country at any time or place. Ain't nobody looking at. He can walk in the mall and shop and buy $4 million worth of stuff. Ain't nobody know it was him.
So you think that Coach Prime can't go to he don't have to go to the school. He can't recruit the high school kid? Is that what you're telling me?
I think that Coach Prime, with his health issues and everything else, understands that his time is best served doing it this way. And if it doesn't work, he'll make an adjustment.
Okay.
But if you're sitting here telling me that there's seven 5-star players that aren't playing for Colorado right now because Prime wouldn't get on a plane and go talk to their mama, come on, brother.
Charles, unfortunately, I don't know how much you've been invested in this so far as this, but what I'm telling you is, let me ask you this. Do you think he went to go see Jordan Seaton's folks? Or you think Jordan Seaton only came to Colorado?
he didn't have to go see Jordan Seaton because he had the great Deion Sanders to get Jordan over here.
Okay. All right. I'll let y'all believe what y'all. I'm not here to convince you.
Or about Jordan Seaton here.
Okay. I'm not here to convince you, Charles, because I can't. You're not ready to be convinced. What I'm telling you is
you think that the old school way is the best way, just like every other coach.
It's not the old school way. I told you, sir, let me ask you this. Charles.
But we all know that Prime is one of one, period.
Okay. And guess what? Coach Prime still ride around on round wheels. He still rides around on round wheels.
Some of them wheels got wings and some of them don't.
Okay. I can't. So all I'm trying to tell you is that
I'm still going to watch your show. I'm still going to watch your show.
No, I appreciate you. And I'm glad you called in.
Come on, man. Rawhide talking about he just needs 5 more minutes and this could be a Big 12 champion. Do you realize what we started with?
Do you realize that you're not the only?
What it's like to turn on Colorado football and see them getting blown out 75-2 every week for years after year? Come on, y'all. We are not up here complaining.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some things to happen differently. Maybe he could recruit a little bit better.
Oh.
We hope that he could even be there. The man got operated on.
I know.
Came back the next day and is coaching his team. You don't think those boys won't
And
fight?
that's why I said to you, Charles.
Won that game last week just because of that.
Charles, and that's why I said to you, I believe he shouldn't coach. Nobody should. Nobody. First of all, you're not
now
giving.
You want him to go sit down and have a Coke and a smile.
I've been said that because I've always believed somebody's health is more important than this. Because one, you're not giving.
I don't think he's putting his health in the rear.
Right.
He's doing what he got to do.
You're right.
He believes, and I believe.
You're right. Okay, I believe too.
I don't believe everything's perfect though. I'm not with blinders on. I'm not sitting here saying, yeah. But tell me what team is recruiting perfectly and wins a national championship every year. Ain't one of them.
And that's your problem. Nobody ever said.
Utah has
nobody
the best
ever
record,
said. Nobody
without losing,
sir,
for the past 17 years, and they ain't won nothing.
And that's my point. You said you added
the
word.
Go put on your Utah jersey and tell me how proud you are.
Charles, nobody said perfectly. See, I love when y'all try to paint things narrative. What we're saying is that it could be better. That's all we're saying. Now, again, because
better than what?
Better than damn 3 and 4.
And if they win the next 3 in a row, what you gonna say?
I don't think they win the next 3 in a row. What you gonna say?
It depends on if they're doing it with this
if they
guy
win,
who needs to go.
If they win the next 3 in a row, if they win the next 3 in a row, I'll make another apology letter. I mean, apology video. Now, what you gonna do if they lose the next 3 in a row? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna
keep
rooting for him and understand.
All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, I get it.
The young kid needs to get in place.
I get it.
Like I said from the beginning.
I get it, Charles. Well, dog, I do appreciate
it. Doesn't all hinge on this year or this game or the next 3 games.
You right, bro. You right.
Y'all lost your quarterback. What you looking like?
We trash. See, I can tell you that. I ain't that fanned out.
So do you want to go? Do you want to go from being great to trash, or do you want to figure out? Okay, we may only go 6-6, or maybe win 7 games this year, but at least we are building. We're building.
What did you build when 38 dudes
years in? We're not 5 years in, Coach.
Sir,
we're not 5 years in.
30. What are you building?
We're 2 years in.
Excuse me, sir. What are you building when 38 dudes are about to walk out the door?
I believe you're going to have the best quarterback in the Big 12 for the next 4 years.
You keep talking about offense. I'm talking about defense. Defense giving a 400 yards. You have refused. You have refused, Charles.
Just like
Charles
is going to allow you to get 3 Jordan Seatons and 4 other players that'll turn the summit around.
So let me make sure I heard this right. Julian Lewis has more recruiting cachet than the greatest football player, arguably, of all time, because he's going to come in and throw. That's what you just said.
You're imbalanced with that. What I'm saying is, if you have a great quarterback, just like we said, if Shador was playing this year, there would be more people coming because they would be able to look and see, hey, this is what they're working on.
Okay, you're right. You right.
He doesn't have greater ability than Prime.
You right.
But
you right.
He's able to have people say, "Hey, they going somewhere over here. I want to hook." And he's fresh and a freshman, redshirt at that. I want to be over here for 4 years.
All right. Well, y'all go over there for 4 years. I want to see what that look like. I want to see what that look like for you.
And what's that man you was bragging on all year last year? What's he doing over there in Tennessee?
Who you talking
about? Not a damn thing.
Who you talking about?
Who was your quarterback last year? I don't even know his name.
So you expect, let me just make sure right, because first of all, I don't really watch NFL, but you expect, like I tell most people, so I'm not a fan. The number one pick overall goes to the worst team overall, and you think the quarterback is the reason. No, hold on, Charles, listen.
I'm more realistic than
Charles, you're not listening.
I'm realistic.
Charles, you got to listen for a second. When people see, that's the problem with fandom. Y'all think that a quarterback gets drafted to the first pick overall, and that team has the first pick overall. They got way more problems than a quarterback. The reason you are the first pick overall because you are the worst team in the NFL. That means not only you need a quarterback, you need probably a left tackle, a D lineman, an offensive lineman, a wide receiver. Name me.
You proving my point right now.
No, do me a favor, Charles. Name me. No, excuse me, Charles. Charles, listen to me.
65 more players.
Do me a favor, Charles. Name me an NFL team. Charles, you don't listen. Name me an NFL team that has drafted a quarterback in the first round and went to the Super Bowl that year. I'll wait.
Pittsburgh.
Bullshit. Who was it?
They were damn close though, wasn't they? 15-1.
Who was it?
Ben Roethlisberger.
He was the first pick overall.
Oh, well, you
thank you.
Overall. No,
thank you. Thank you.
Nobody goes. But coach, that's not what we're talking about. Though.
But you try to pull up Cam Ward. No, you try to say you were bragging about Cam Ward. No, you try to pull up Cam Ward. Blah blah blah. I ain't even talking about Miami. And then when I pull your card, oh well, it's nobody. Who does that? Anyway, Charles.
Did I say Cam Ward should be on his way to the Super Bowl? No, I just said what happened to your boy. That's all I said.
No, the whole team is bad. That's why they
went into a black hole. He went into a black hole, didn't he? Just like
Trevor Lawrence, just like Caleb Williams.
It doesn't matter how good your quarterback is, you're going to suck.
Just like Trevor Lawrence, just like Caleb Williams, and just like every other first-round draft pick.
Trevor Lawrence was never. Trevor Lawrence is the popcorn man.
Whatever. He lost. Now he the popcorn man.
You know that.
If he would have played for Colorado, you would have said he was the best thing smoking.
No,
Charles, I love you, man.
You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know who's quarterbacks I think are good because none of these quarterbacks. If you can't complete a pass 15 yards and get your feet under you, you're not a good quarterback. That's why I don't like Seltzer. Watch what he does with 5 to 10 yards.
Take it up with Coach Prime. He the one brought him there.
Feet under him. He doesn't point in the right direction, and he doesn't release the ball at the same angle every time. So he will suck at all the little things and then make you a big play here or there.
Charles, do me a favor. Charles, you need to take that up with Coach Prime because he picked him, he chose him, and he also chose him to start. So that's you and the Coach Prime issue. Charles, I gotta run. I love you, dog. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching the video. Seriously, man, I love the back and forth. Please call in, man. For real.
You're my guy, though. Just raw high. Come on with the raw high stuff. Come on.
Hey, he called in.
You
man.
better than that.
That's my dog.
You better than raw high.
What you mean? That's my dog. I don't even know
I know that's your dog, but come on. I mean, all he has is negativity, and he has from the beginning. So that's okay. Keep your opinion to yourself. They trying to build something over here, and I see them methodically building it. Yes, anybody can say, "Oh, your girl's pretty. You could have a prettier girl." What the hell? Don't sit down with that. Rawhide I'm talking about. I love you, Coach.
Love you too, my brother. Take it easy, man. Don't be drowning the goldfish.
All
right.
Late.
Much later. All right, let me get the next one in. 8065. Caller talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Nick.
Nick, what's happening?
I'm Brooklyn, New York, man. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I agree with everything that's been said on the show tonight. It's like at some point Colorado fans, we have to stop making excuses for poor recruiting.
Are
Especially
you
in
a
this Big
Colorado
12 where
fan, Nick?
conference-
I'm sorry. Are you a Colorado fan or what? What's your status?
Yeah, I'm a Colorado fan.
All right, cool. Talk to me now. All right.
Yeah, we got to stop making excuses for bad recruiting. Because if we look at the team, the best players are the players that Coach Prime has recruited. And I want to give a shout out to 2 players I think have been playing well. 2 freshmen, the pass rushers he recruited, McPherson and Merritt. They've been playing well. They've been playing well as rotational pass rushers, but guess where he got them from? He got them from high school.
Thank you. These are the things I've been saying.
Like,
to your point, what I'm saying is the high school kids that he's got that has something, they are flourishing. But imagine if you had more, if you put more effort into it, you wouldn't have to go into the transfer portal and get the one and dones
every year, and then we have to reset the team every year. Then you start off slow every year. It's like at a certain point, it's like you have a massive contract extension. You're not on the hot seat, right? You see this ice cold. This is the perfect time to actually be putting an effort into high school recruiting because no matter, like, let's say you miss a bowl game next 2 years, you're still probably going to have a job. I don't understand why he's not recruiting the high school level. You don't have to win now, especially at Colorado. It's not like he's at Penn State or Florida or something. It's like, just recruit well. I don't understand.
I mean, we literally just heard from a fan that's okay with what they're doing right now. So that goes to show you there's no pressure. Right? I'm just saying that goes to show you overall there's no pressure. My thing is, I understand you want to win while your son was there. I get that. But while your son was there, if you would have got those puppies, and now in year 3 they jumping off the porch, the Michael Will, like you said, these guys are coming out of high school. They grew in the program for the past 2 years. Look at Omarion Miller.
He's not going to.
I mean, whatever.
Omarion Miller's been playing well. Draymond Miller played well as a freshman last year. This year, he's been shaky, but even Draymond Miller has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
So I understand why. Yeah, Cian is going to be a first-round pick next year, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So why is he not going to high school? Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, somebody said something that was stupid. Like, talent acquisition is the most important thing in sports. So why is he not using his best tool for talent acquisition, which is high school recruiting?
And his face.
Yeah.
Like, let me ask you this. I'm glad you put it that way, Nick. Talent acquisition is the number one thing overall in sports. Let me ask you ever played kickball, Nick?
Yeah, I played kickball before.
You ever been the captain of the team that had to pick the team?
Yeah, I've been the captain.
When you got the first pick, did you pick the sorriest dude, or did you get the dude that you know that's gonna boom that thing across the field?
The best player. I got the best player.
Come on, baby. It don't care on what level, from kickball to football. You want the best players on your team.
Yeah, and it's his job as the head coach to put the best players on his team.
Come on, man.
So at a certain point, we got to admit, like, okay, this is the area he has to do better in. Now, the defense has been suspect this year. I don't know what to say about that. The corner play has been atrocious. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what happened there. Like, McKinney's regressed. There's a lot of holding calls. I don't understand what's going on over there. But at a certain point, you know what can fix that? High school recruiting.
Come on now.
Get the right guys in, develop them. They could have used this year to be developing a bunch of talent. Okay, we're not going to make the playoffs. We might as well play all the young guys, develop them, and see what we're working with for next year.
There you go.
But I don't understand why he doesn't go to high school. Like, even now, like, what are they? What's the record on? What's Colorado's record?
3 and 4.
500.
I think 3 and 4.
Hmm?
I think 3 and 4.
Yeah, they can use now to start to scout, try to flip some guys, and start building over for the next 3 years.
Yeah, I just look at it like this, like that whole excuse about he's prime, he can't go anywhere. He ain't Michael Dale Jackson now. We done seen prime. Listen, can I tell you this? Yeah. When I went to Colorado, I saw Prime at the pregame thing. He came out. It ain't like people was about to murder each other trying to go touch his arm. You know, I'm just saying, like,
That's
I get
an
he's
excuse.
prime, but at the end of the day, that's an excuse for not wanting to do it. When Nick Saban fly the helicopter to your school, you don't think that garners attention? When Kirby Smart,
Kirby
and
Smart
all
did
these
the same
people,
thing.
bro, they all do this. It's part of the game. So what I'm saying is,
certain point.
yeah. The high school down the street gonna get mad at me, Nick, if I don't come. If you ain't got no players, I guarantee. If Coach Prime came to North High School and I'm at South High School, and he don't come by and see me, you know why I ain't gonna be mad? Because I know I ain't got no players, Nick.
Exactly. I don't understand what's going on with Coach. The bigger question is, do you think he will eventually change his philosophy of recruiting?
No, because I think that's something he doesn't want to do. See, the thing is, I'm a big person of this. If it's something I don't want to do, Nick, bro, it's like trying to pull a mule, dog. I'm stubborn as hell. He doesn't want to do it, and he thinks he can get it that way. And it's just what it is. But again, back to what I'm saying, the foundation of all sports is talent acquisition.
Yep. And the quarterback thing is also an excuse, especially when you consider a team like BYU. Their offense isn't good at all, especially with their freshman quarterback, but yet they're still 7-0. And they couldn't run the table in the Big 12. So that's another excuse. I heard an excuse of like, oh, there's always rumors about him going somewhere else. But you look at Billy Napier at Florida, he was on the hot seat for like the last 2 years. He was still able to recruit well at Florida. So that's another excuse. It's like everything they bring up is just an excuse as to why he can't recruit.
I like you, Nick.
The answer is he just doesn't want to. And
he just doesn't want to
change. Yeah. Yeah, and I think also he has like I feel like if he were to change his strategy, it would be like he would have to admit he was wrong, and I don't think he's capable of admitting he was wrong.
Now here's what I will say. See, when people used to make excuses for, and see, like this is where my problem lies. Oh, he can't fly that much because he got blood clots. Bro, the dude was everywhere, bro. He was at the Bass.
He does all his media appearances. Yeah.
This dude was at the Bass Masters Bass Fishing Tournament, bro. He was at the Super Bowl. He was at the Dallas game. So y'all can miss me with that. Like, see, that's what people understand. And y'all can call it what you want. Even at the end, remember when they went to Big 12 Media Day? Remember that?
Yep.
Do you remember what he said when he got on the private jet? What did he say?
I don't remember. You have to refresh my memory.
Baby, we about to go film this commercial right quick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. Now, mind you, you just had surgery, which is fine, to reconstruct your bladder. But you got enough time to go film the commercial. I'm not bread checking you now. Trust me, I'm not. But if you got time to do that, you got time to get talent acquisition, like you said.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
While he's filming these commercials, why doesn't he stop by a high school in between filming these commercials?
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I done beat that horse till it's dead. I mean, I have, bro. Like, cause he's not gonna do it. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But it is what it is. But
and I think we should just stop talking about it because we know he's not gonna do it. Yeah. And he's just gonna have to gamble on getting lucky on the portal, which recently every coach that's been gambling on the portal has been failing, and a lot of them are getting fired. Like you got Penn State coach, he gambled on the portal this year, didn't work out. He's on his way out. Franklin fired. You got Norvell, he's about to get fired at Florida State. It's like he's just lucky he's at Colorado. If he was at any other program, there would be a lot more pressure to recruit.
Yeah. It's just what it is, bro. I mean, and I'm like I said, at the end of the day, I know we talked about this for a couple hours. It's 2 hours. We'll be off here in an hour. Shout out to Raw. But I just say at the end of the day, bro, I think my biggest issue, if this guy was Kenny Dillingham or whatever, I wouldn't even trip. But I guess I'm looking at a guy that could, like he said, there's no quarterback in the Big 12 that's like standout killer. There ain't no real players in the Big 12. Who in the Big 12 right now? Name me a Big 12 player that you think will go first round.
Probably the tackles at Utah. They have some tackles over there.
Okay.
Offensive line.
No problem.
Yeah.
2 offensive linemen from Utah. Great. Name me somebody else.
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
That's my point.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got a Coach Prime that could go get these dudes from any and everywhere.
Where,
Think about it.
Yeah.
The undefeated team in the Big 12 is a freshman quarterback that wears 47.
I think it shows you how good of a coach Sataki is, yeah.
No, but because he's maximizing his talent. And that's my whole thing.
Yeah, he is.
Hold up. I want to see if I see something right quick. Bro, the dude has a 62% completion rating. Right? That's 10% less than Shadua. Right? Is that fair?
Yep.
From BYU. Hold on. I'm just talking about what we're talking about. Everybody seems to hate Caden Salter. Caden Salter got a 65% completion rating. I'm just saying. And there's outside of Kenny Dillingham and Kyle Whittingham, Kalani Sataki. I don't know the other coaches don't ring a bell to me.
Yep. Yeah, you can be dominant in this Big 12. You just have to get better at talent acquisition.
There you go. Yeah. Nicholas, man, it's your first time calling in?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Man, I appreciate it, man. You've been watching the channel for a while?
Yeah, I've been watching for a while.
Thank you, man.
Big fan of the channel, especially Good, Bad, and Ugly. Some reviews I like that.
Thank you, man.
Pretty good content.
Well, guess what, Nick? Don't be a stranger, man. Call back in, man. I love our conversations for real. And I thank you for those, man. Yes, sir, man. From New York. What part of New York? What part of New York?
Brooklyn.
Where Brooklyn at? My dog. All right, man. Appreciate you, Nick. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you. Have a good night. Bye.
My man. All right. Shout out to Nick, man. That was a good call right there. All right, I got the last caller tonight, my man Jamel from DC. Real quick before I get started, got to give some love to the Mo Knows Sports. I don't know how much he knows sports. We whipping his behind in the fantasy league for the 1 and 9. Let me in, coach. Put me in the game. I'll put you in tomorrow. Matter of fact, Mo, come tomorrow because I'm giving away 2 tickets to the Stanford game. 2 tickets to the Miami versus Stanford game. Only 2 requirements. Subscriber, which you already are, and you got to be present. That's all I'm asking, bro. Come on, Mo. Talk to me. Also, Reggie for the $2. What if Juju jumps in the portal? Goddamn. Be some smoke in the city. They'll come up with some kind of excuse. Oh, well, he wanted to be closer to home. He wanted to be by Georgia. And then Reggie for the $2. The CU Colt believe Prime is a mythical creature. That's hilarious. Shout out to Reggie. All right. Jamel, what's up, baby? Talk to me.
Coach, what it do, man? What it do?
Man, I'm in here cooking, man. I'm in the kitchen cooking a little bit.
Yeah. Well, 2 callers ago, you might have cooked too long. Your steak might be burnt, Coach.
Sometimes you gotta burn it though, Jamel. Sometimes you gotta burn the steak.
Hey, man, look, as much as I was on the phone, you can't even put barbecue sauce on that and mash that one up, man. Yeah, I was talking in circles, Coach. hey, you know I understand what you was talking about, man. And I wish I was on what y'all to chime in. Like, man, all Coach is saying is it seems to be, and tell me if I'm wrong, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado fans, not all of them, because I heard some on this call, and I'm a Canes guy, y'all. But I keep it, universal across the board. I get on the Canes coaching staff the same way I get on everybody else coaching staff. That's just how we do, right? But the thing is, because Prime is at Colorado and Colorado hasn't won, it's almost as if some of their fans accept the standard of mediocrity, but we're looking at it like Prime could do more. Not more in the sense that, like,
natty,
like
not a natty
going through health issues,
right?
But saying if you have, it's no way you go from Shador and Travis. Now Shador was his son, right? And I said this before. You heard me say this, Coach. If Shador wasn't his son, Colorado may have never won the 9 games they did, because I don't think he would have got a Shador to begin with. But that's neither here nor there, right? Because he hasn't shown that. So the thing is, okay, it's no way you go from coming in with Travis and Shador with all of that media on it. You got rappers on the sideline, everybody trying to flock to Colorado. You're selling out every game, home and away. Like, that's called momentum. So what we're saying essentially is, for them to be where they are this year, after the momentum they had, that means you didn't recruit well, because when your players left, it was nothing else there. Essentially, you put all your eggs in one basket, which was the previous group of guys. And once that was over, it was like, now you look like how we would have expected Prime to look 2 years ago.
There you go.
Like, we didn't expect you to go from 9 wins to back. Now that can happen. It happened to Mike Norvell, so we understand that
because he's trash.
But the
okay,
thing,
I'm sorry.
but the thing is, if it does happen, I think where the caller was going wrong to the point you was making, everything he was saying was a Prime problem. That was no one else's problem. So yeah, if Julian, whatever the young boy is, he's not playing, who else do you blame but the coach? Like, you either blame Prime and Pat Shermer or both, or the quarterback coach, whoever that is. Like, that's Prime's decision. So if you telling me this young dude is that good and he's not in, that goes back to the coach. Well, you ask the coach, well, why isn't he in? And I'm sure the coach probably feels like he isn't in to some degree because he's not ready or whatever that is. Now, you can't get mad at Salters for not performing however good you think he is. Who brought Salters in? Who did that evaluation?
There you go. Like I said,
somebody on the coaching staff.
No, it was Coach Prime. He has the end all be all. He has the final word. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell people.
He saw Salters and said, this is my guy. He saw Salters and said, this is my guy. So we're not saying that Prime is the worst person ever. We're not saying that Prime is having issues that no other coach can have. But we're saying these are the issues, but some of the fans are like, I don't know. It's like they're taking facts and then putting emotion into their statements as well, which then blurs out the facts of what we're trying to say. I think you can't say Prime can't go to these schools because he's too popular. Hold up now. Come on now. If anything, that's the reason he should go to these schools. Because he's that popular.
Come on, dog. That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about?
If anything, he should go, because if you quote unquote this popular, imagine, all right, Coach, who was your favorite basketball player? Matter of fact, who was your favorite football player growing up?
Lawrence Taylor. I always been Lawrence Taylor. I was actually a New York Giants fan. I was actually a Giants fan before I became a Dolphin. I didn't know no better. But I was a Giant fan. I'm sorry. Hey, listen. I had Mark Bavaro, right? Phil Simms, Pepper Johnson. Come on.
Yeah, Pepper patty cake. Slap yourself.
The Italian Stallion. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The point that I'm making is
Joe Morris.
Now, imagine, right? If you a young kid growing up and LT your favorite player, and he's such this icon that he was, and let's say North Carolina wanted coach to come play for them, and LT comes to your school, that's going to mean 10 times more because who it was, because he's this icon, because he's revered and quote unquote untouched. I'm going by what this guy's saying. That ain't how I feel, but I'm going by what he's saying. If he is that, it would mean much more if Prime actually pulled up to those schools. I'm not saying that's the answer, but saying based upon what that guy was saying,
For sure.
it's contradictory. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
here's what I'll say, Jamel, about Charles, and I'm not trying to be funny. So Charles is looking at it from a fan's perspective. Charles is looking at it from, hey, we've been bad so long, we okay with winning 5 games. What I believe Charles was missing was when you have a guy like Deion Sanders, you don't have to settle for 5 games. He ain't a regular dude, but he's doing regular. He is Clark Kent and Superman, but he's staying dressed up like Clark Kent. Superman. All you gotta do is go in the phone booth, bro. He could save the world. You get what I'm saying? I know it's a figure of speech, but see, guy like Charles will take that and be like, "Well, what are you saying? He's got to win a natty?" No, what we're saying is that Colorado in 3 years could be so much better than what they are now, right? Because they love to say, "Oh, well, 1-11," but they were 1-11, and what do you expect? So here's my rebuttal to that, and I'll move on. Right?
Mhm.
Kenny Dillingham.
Yeah.
Now listen to
Okay.
this. Herm Edwards last season was 2-7.
Mhm.
Right? Am I right? I'm sorry, 3-9. I apologize. They were 3-9. Herm Edwards last year. Kenny Dillingham bit the bullet, but I understand why Prime didn't, because his son was there, Shador. Kenny Dillingham was 3-9. Why are they now 11-3 in year 2 of his tenure and currently 5-2 in his 3rd year of his tenure? Because they came in at the same time. Why is there such a massive increase in 2 years? Well, people are going to say, well, coach, they weren't as bad. Well, they were 8-5, 2-2, 8-5, 7-6, 7-6, 5-7, 6-7. They weren't no great team. Nobody checking for Arizona State. So why does Kenny Dillingham jump from 3-9 after his first year to 11-3 in his second year and 5-2 right now in his 3rd year? Why do you think that is?
Because he recruit or he got the guys he want.
He took the L the first year, right? And he built the program, and it's building it. He's been there 3 years.
Right.
Same amount of time. But why is there a difference in outcome?
I mean, I think what some fans have to understand, Coach is a Miami Hurricane fan, right? I'm just give it to y'all raw. Pause. I know y'all get crazy. Coach is a Miami Hurricane.
I would say pause.
Right.
Okay.
So there's a standard, right? And this ain't a Canes thing here, but what I'm saying is, Coach, you know how Canes fans are right now about Mario Cristobal, and we 5-1. You know what I mean?
Right.
We 5-1. When people, whether had these podcasts or they're fans of programs that have won or that have traditionally or that are winning, that's had championships, there's a different level of expectation. So we don't expect Colorado to be great overnight. But if the goal is to win, if the goal is like Prime wants to win, I'm sure he wants to win. You can tell by Prime press conference, he's not okay with losing. So if the goal is to win, as outsiders, all we're saying is, hey man, those steps aren't right to get to where you're trying to go.
That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying. Like, those steps aren't right. We're not saying you're not capable, but we're saying, hey man, Prime, of course your defensive line and offensive line isn't going to be as great right away. Why? Because Prime built from the outside in. He went skill players to linemen, right? So we already understood, okay, they was going to have at least skill players, and then it was going to take a while to develop the linemen, which, knowing that is the case, you still hold accountability to that, and you understand that that's the case. You don't move the goalpost and be like, well, we can't get linemen because of this. No, you just got Jordan Seaton. That's a selling point.
Right.
So you should be, hey, freshman All-American. Hey, you think these coaches at these other schools, when they have a freshman All-American, you think that's not part of the sales pitch to get the next player? You could sell Jordan Seaton was a freshman All-American. You could sell Travis Hunter was a Heisman. I think he was the receiver of the year, maybe the DB of the year. He had like 3-4 awards. You could say that was homegrown. You could say Jordan Seaton is homegrown. Shador won.
Travis Hunter.
FCS
Can I tell you this? Travis Hunter out of high school, believe it or not. You got him out of high school. You got Shador out of high school.
Jordan Seaton
out of high school.
I think Omarion Miller was a four-star receiver.
Omarion Miller out of high school. Michael Welch out of high school.
Edwards, remember Edwards transferred, but he was balling that first year. Edwards,
yeah,
so you had players.
You had players.
Do it.
Here's what I'll say. Here's one more program. I'm gonna look at Arizona. Kevin Sumlin, 5-7, 4-8, 0-5. Jed Fish takes over, 1-11. He goes 5-7 his second year, 10-3 his third year. All I'm saying is there's a natural progression for a reason. That's all we're saying. And I'm done with that part. I don't even want to get into it. Let me ask you a question. I really tired of talking about primary recruiting. I really don't care anymore. What's your thoughts about this Utah game coming?
Utah may be tough, not from a skill standpoint, because Utah has never really been a skill kind of school on the outside. They may have a player here or there, but they're physical. They're very physical. They're like the Georgia Tech of the West Coast, if that makes sense. That's who they are. So it ain't pretty. It ain't any of that. But they're very physical, which I think is Colorado's weakness. So we're gonna have to see how this works. But in the end, I think the Big 12, everybody could beat everybody in the Big 12. So Colorado has a puncher's chance because it ain't really too many teams that is truly dogged Colorado as much as Colorado made mistakes on their own. You know what I mean? Like, it was just stuff like, why? Like, as bad as you played, you still had some type of a chance, right? So I think Colorado has a chance, but I just have to see what that physicality that Utah traditionally brings, because they're just a physical program. That's just who they are. They're physical. I think Colorado, if they get that ball in space and the quarterback is able to get the ball to his playmakers, the running back gets some running lanes, I think they could do some things. But it's contingent on that because Utah's gonna play very physical. That's just their style. That's always been their style. That's why they used to give everybody hell in the Pac-12. Because they were the only team in the Pac-12 that played like that. Everybody else was finesse. And they was like, yo, we're going to punch you in the mouth.
For sure.
So that's what I think about Utah. We've seen that. Like, you can go back to, when they was beating Mario Cristobal, when he was at Oregon. It was just too physical. Like, you can't finesse Utah. That's a team that wants to punch you in your mouth and play physical for 4 quarters. And they're going to try to beat you up and win that way. So if Colorado can withstand that, I think they got a chance. I think they can get them.
I just think it's going to be a hard win for them just because of the way the quarterback plays. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, I think that the quarterback, the dual threat part of him, the pass, the run, him becoming part of that with the run game, he's the leading rusher on the team. And that's something I don't think Colorado has figured out yet. Hopefully they prove me wrong in the bye week and they made adjustments. They self-scouted. They've done the things that they need to do to fix it. But I also don't think that they're very strong up front. I think they're more quick than they are strong. They're faster than they are strong. And this is not that kind of game. And so I'm not saying it's a blowout, but I don't think it's a win. I did say 12-0 at the beginning. I don't know if you want to call it trolling. I was just having fun. But I don't think this game, and I may be wrong. I may be wrong as the day is long, and I'm okay with being wrong, right? Nobody's 100%. And I'm cool with an aha moment. Cool with that too. However, when I look at this and I look what they've done, a lot of people look at Caden Salter, and I'm going to bring this back up. There are some things he needs to work on and fix, and I don't know if he can do it in it's only 5-6 games left. But defensively, and see, that's the problem when you talk to fans, Jamel. They only focus on offense because that's what scores the points. But the defense is what gives up the points. And they giving up the draws. GTD got the draws. Shout out to Martin, for those who watch Martin.
You said they giving up the draws, man.
Yeah, GTD giving up the draws. They giving them up. Jamel, over 400 yards a game?
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to win if you got an offense that's clicking, let alone one that's trying to figure out his way in his path.
Bro, over 400 yards a game?
Yeah, that's no good.
Come on. And they haven't fixed it yet. That same kind of quarterback has been giving this team the blues.
That's no good, coach.
I hope they fix it.
Tom got a little bit of Mario Cristobal in him, though, coach.
Huh?
That's all it probably is. You gotta be the best, like, in-game coacher. That's all. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't care what you do, bro. I don't care if somebody goes stand on a cartwheel. Get it fixed, bro. If you want to win,
he may not be capable. And I'm not saying Colorado fans, don't beat me up in the comments. He may not be capable. It's not an insult when I'm saying that.
No, but you've hired guys.
Let it be known.
True story. But listen, can I tell you something? That's a true story. There are coaches, they just don't get it or whatever, and that's okay too. That happens. But then don't expect different results.
Well, that's true. I think you right on with that. Like, but that's something that has to be explained to fans, because
you can't explain it to fans. Coach.
Here's the thing, though. You are football. I'm gonna give you some good words. You're a football savant, coach. So you understand it, even from breaking down the good, the bad, the ugly. You have an understanding of the game, how the game is supposed to be played. So you kind of know right from wrong, and you can kind of take out your feelings from reality. We talk all the time, so I know that. So here's the thing: most fans cannot do that because they don't truly understand the ins and outs of the game. They just understand it from a fan's perspective. So fan's perspective can be one way. It could be swayed. It could be super opinionated on this person needs to play. Why this person ain't get the ball 9 times? Why this person ain't make these plays? They're not taking into account that, hey, the other team schemes too, right? The other team has players that could be All-Americans or that want to be All-Americans and make it to the NFL too, right? It's not that. It's that simple, but it's not that easy. So they don't take that into consideration. So you taking that into consideration, you're looking at everything from a 30,000-foot view. Everyone's not doing that. They're just looking at it from, this is my team. I like my team. I want us to win. Don't nobody say nothing bad about my team. Don't nobody say nothing bad about my coach. It's like, they got some delusion in it.
Well, here's what I'll say, because I got to wrap this. Here's the only thing I'll say to you, Jamil. Is to your point, yes. I have to learn, and I had to learn. And that's why I told y'all, I can't convince you. I'm because you're not willing to listen. You already have your mind made up. And he's not the only one. It's not just a Charles thing. I had to learn that, though. I thought I was still in coach mode where I could teach somebody something and they'll get it. But if they're not convinced to open their mind and say, let me listen to a different viewpoint, then they will always find a reason for what you say is wrong. And I had to learn that as I did this show, right? And so when he was speaking, I'm only using it because it just happened. That's why I said, you're right, bro. I'm not going to argue with you because whatever I say is not going to convince you. And I know y'all be like, hang up on the dude's coach. I'll be going a little long because it's just a teacher in me. I want to teach, right? But I have to learn that sometimes people are not are ready to be taught. And so you have to let them go. And that's what I'm doing. I'm learning slowly but surely, y'all. When people come on here and they talk about flat earth, there's no need to talk to them. You know what you say? You're right. You're right. And then you move on.
And you sound like somebody just got their heart broke by a girl, man.
No, I'm dead, but I'm dead serious, bro. Because I'm being as dead serious. And maybe I do, because like I said, when I started this channel, my thing was, man, let me just talk to people. And this me being naive, thinking people are going to be receptive to my information. What I realize is people get so fanned out that they don't want to hear it. They just want to get smoke up their behind and get anal cancer. And I don't do that here. I don't blow smoke up your ass. and give you anal cancer. I don't do that. I talk the game. Now, whether it hurt your feelings or make you feel good, that's fine. That's on you. But I'm not going to just say this because you're a fan. This is not a fan channel. This is Coach Hayes' football channel. And if people can't handle that, then so be it. That doesn't mean my perspective is always right, but it comes from a place of football, not from fandom. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, got you. Hey, before you go, Coach, you missed it, man. Being 12 was partying on Sunday, man.
Oh, he hit me up and told me, man, y'all boy would loose my money, honey. He said y'all were loose out there.
Yeah, we was having a ball. I said, man, I wish Coach was here. He'd have had a blast, man. We was having a.
Where y'all went? What's the name of my spot? Is it called Justin's?
Nah, it's a spot called Gracie's. And so it's like a little like Japanese steakhouse, like almost like a hole in the wall spot. So like 12 told me he used to live near there. So when I told him to come through watch the game, first he like, man, Gracie's watch the game, but he don't know. Like my family been there for 20, 25 years. So we be having the music in there, speakers playing, jumping, endless people in there watching the game. So when he came in there, I told him, I said, you about to walk in and you ain't seen this Gracie's before.
Okay.
He came in there, he was partying. He was like, oh man, let me know every time y'all do this. I said, man,
okay.
I got you.
Okay. He took me. Did I say it right? Was it called Justin? What's the name of that place?
It's called Gracie's.
No.
He took you was Jasper's.
Jaspers. Yeah. Jaspers was cool.
That's right by where he live at. That's
right
there.
Yeah. Jaspers. I said Justin, but Jasper. Jasper was all right to me, dog. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Yeah. Nah, Jaspers be loaded too. It be lit in there. It just to get a little wild sometimes.
Well, don't tease me with a good time. Coach will be in the place to be, man. You be in the spot tomorrow, dog. You might win these 2 tickets tomorrow, dog. Come on.
I'm gonna be in the spot with. Yeah, I wish I'd have known, man. I'd have caught me a red eye to go to that game.
Well, we're gonna do it, man.
I'm gonna be in the spot though. Look, I get the tickets. I might find a way there and back in the same day.
Man, hey, Frontier in spirit, dog. Loose my money, honey.
I'm gonna be on that soul plane joint with Kevin Hart. I'm gonna get there though.
All right, dog. Well, let's do it, man. But let me get up off of here, man. I appreciate it.
All right, yeah.
Yes, sir. My man Jamel from DC, appreciate it. Listen, man, I had fun tonight. It was really good. I appreciate everybody that calls in. I know we go back and forth, but trust me, no hard feelings when it comes to YouTube. I ain't really tripping. You know, and I love getting in the kitchen. For some reason, I can't get people to come to the kitchen no more because, you know, I be chefing it up. Let me explain.
But just know, it get hot in that kitchen, boy, and everything may not work properly. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out, and they gotta be fed. Whether you wanna go sit down and eat a plate yourself, and realize ain't nobody cook for you. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking.
Keep cooking, baby. You the chef, dog. Just keep cooking. One of the hardest things about being a fan, I'll just say this before I get out of here, is when your team is not doing well, it's kind of like your kid. When you think your kid is better than he's not, and somebody stand and say, number 12 sucks. And now you got to defend his honor. When you think your team is going to do better than they really are, I'm guilty. Shout out to McCain. You got to double down. That's when you should actually cut bait. That's the problem. That's the problem. Sometimes you got to cook these cats and let them know you ain't here to play with them. Straight hibachi style. Speaking of that, I'm looking for Chef Jerome. What's Chef Jerome? His ass been running too. All these cats. I'm looking for all y'all, dog. Chef Jerome. Anybody. Yeah, I'm calling you out. We like a hip-hop diss track. Calling your ass out. I've been looking for y'all cats in the daylight with a flashlight. Where y'all at? Y'all was talking greasy to old coach. Now y'all old Casper the Friendly Ghost. Y'all done disappeared, boy. But anyway, y'all check us out tomorrow, 8:30. Miami Hurricanes Talk, Canes Talk Live. We got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time to do it. Miami got to take on Stanford. We'll be in the building. Appreciate y'all. Much love. We out of here. Peace. And Ice Ice Baby. He said, just don't say my name. We good. Well, guess what? Ice Ice Baby. Get your ass over here. I'll cook you up too. I'll cook you too. Ain't got no problem barbecuing any one of y'all cats. Much love, though. We out of here. Peace.